welcome back to Fairwick. Somewhere in the woods, just beneath an abandoned cabin, where our little group here venture forward in order to pursue some investigation, were tagged by those hellish, zombie-ish hounds, barely escaped. Luckily, found a trapdoor that, for the moment, seems to be a little safe spot. As you hear behind you the door busting and scratching of nails on the wooden floor. Most of you are kind of fucked up right now.
Just a little.
A little
Just
bit.
a little.
It's fine. It's fine.
But it's within this little small space that you find yourself. Not sure exactly what to do or where to go next. But maybe a bit further down. As for what you see down below, this trapdoor is not only like just a cellar space, it actually leads to something that was possibly built underneath this cabin. As you are catching your breath, you see this little opening to a hallway. Well, always quickly said, it's more like if somebody like was like a doomsday prepper and dug out a tunnel. But thankfully, it seems that as you go in, odds are you're going to be able to have a bit more space.
There's a ladder to get down here, yeah? There was like a little ladder.
Yeah, a little ladder. It was not like very like
Wood? Like
Yeah.
just rickety?
Yeah, just rickety. Nice.
Tiffany starts hacking the ladder apart to start making a splint for Percy's leg to make it easier for him to walk.
Can you kick some ass?
Sure.
'Cause-
She's great at that. That's real tough, yeah?
Yep.
That's a 6.
Ladder seems to be a bit like it looked like rickety, but
I mean, she is
Maybe
going
a
after
bit-
it with like a Bowie knife, so.
yeah. Your life's like, this may not be the best tool for the job, or if it is, it's gonna take you a long ass time.
Keisha, will you come rip this ladder apart so we can make a splint for Dad's leg?
And Lakeisha steps forward, winds up the old arm, and just cracks it right apart.
Yeah, can you kick some ass?
Sure can, boss.
Just in case there's a weird
Ah.
mechanical failure in your arm.
Tiffany looks really defeated and just kind of goes and leans her back up against the wall and sits down and like pulls her knee up to her chest.
Yep. Not today, friends. It's gonna be a 10 total.
All right.
Nice.
So
There we go.
You broke the ladder that leads up. Should be alright to get out of here.
Yeah, it's gonna make things interesting.
You said it wasn't that far of a drop. It's only like 6 feet. We can lift
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's no problem. If anyone needs a boost up, if we even go back out this way, I'll be able to hoist you up. Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm
And-
not really in the condition to climb ladders anyway at the moment, so
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So you make a little splint for Percy. Take a moment to catch your breath. What do you wish to do?
Well, now what?
Got flashlights. We gotta see where this goes. We can't go back out that way for sure. And seems like this is probably the right cabin.
Yeah, which means whatever's down there is probably worse than what's up there. So we should probably maybe make an informed decision at this moment if we're willing to commit to this right now.
I mean,
we have much of a choice.
Yeah.
I know we're not, but I figured I'd throw it out there just with the hope of maybe, you know, I'm feeling a little woozy at the moment. I was hoping, but fine. Yeah, we need to go down. Right there with you.
Can we maybe just take a minute to take a breath?
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah, we
nice.
should.
Tiffany
should
is
definitely
bleeding
do.
in the head. She's just got like a stream of blood coming from a cut on her forehead. And she's
Why
just
don't
like, trying to clean it up.
take a second to make sure that all wounds are accounted for and we know what supplies we have.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Bia, if you take Piff, I'll take this Jamoke over here. Give him a once over, right?
Yeah. And
And he
start.
goes over and starts going over. All right, hold still. Hold still.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
hold-
I'm gonna grab Keisha's jacket, pull her just a little bit closer, and drop my voice. Hey, whatever these things are, it's not. There's some sort of magic involved. We understand that, right?
I mean, so we do. I mean,
Just-
you expect me to say we've got Piff who knows magic,
I know.
and then the rest of us have got it back on. That's it.
I'm just gonna ask. Check the wound, and see if there's more than just fucked up flesh. They look like zombies. I'm just asking for you to check, please.
Oh.
Thank you.
Definitely. First, you stay still.
Okay, I'm
Kind of,
trying.
like gives you a firm, like, especially with her other arm, like it feels a little too firm, and it's like, okay.
I'll
So-
grab like part of my leather vest and just bite down on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you are want to assess anything in regards to that, what would it be?
Well,
I would say like probably just a straight sharp. Like
Okay.
there's no like we're like so like loose and like hacking this like system that we're making shit up.
for
Like,
sure.
Most of their weak purists probably hate us, but I don't care.
Can I provide assistance?
Sure. You can try.
Nice. Okay, all right. So what is that? That's
I
3
rolled an
dice
8.
instead of 2.
All right.
But
Oh,
no,
that's-
I rolled an
okay.
8, so you get a +1 to it.
Okay, that's again 10 magic number tonight, guys. So that's 11 total.
Nice.
So I mean, Buddy's a little bit fucked up, right? There's no denying it. For quick observation, nothing that good old modern medicine cannot fix. And with some rest. As for anything possibly weird and more terrifying than what seems to meet the eye, there's nothing on the surface that seems to lead you to believe to that.
Got it, yeah. Very good. So yeah, Lakeisha just says, yeah, this is nothing new, as opposed to what Mimi has let me see some files about. It's good. We're good.
Great. That is a relief. Okay, thank you. Percy will just lean back, let Keisha do whatever else she needs, and also keep glancing over at Trish and Bia and just make sure that Tiff and Bia. Fuck! It's your fault. Tiff and Bia.
I
make
think
sure.
Bia has like basically band-aids and some like iodine pads or something like that in her pockets, so she's just doing that to the whatever external wounds she can find.
Yeah,
I feel
Tiffany's
that seems
got,
pointless to putting pain in on things like, come on.
yeah, most of Tiffany's injuries is all probably from all of the glass because she had to
Yeah.
get through the window.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She got a lot of it out of the way, but she got hit by something, and she's very woozy, and her head's bleeding pretty bad. But I think that she's putting enough pressure on it that it's starting to slow down.
hmm
But she just looks real wrecked. Like she's real upset.
I think Bia starts off with just doing the like, all right, this is gonna sound weird. Just follow finger.
She's following it.
All right. You hearing ringing in your ears? Anything like that?
A little bit, but I think it's an echo from all the barking.
All right. All right. Want to make sure you ain't got a concussion or nothing. That one's
Really nauseous.
all right.
It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, that definitely was. She's gonna pull out like a little, like I think she's probably snitched one of Percy's flasks, but it's just water in there now. It's just a convenient way to carry water around, and just
I mean, it is convenient.
Mm-hmm. And just flips it open. It's like it's just water, and hands it to her. At least get some of the volume back in there.
Yeah, Tiffany will take a couple of sips of it, but then she'll probably take she's probably like ripped a piece of her shirt or something, and she's just using that, and she'll probably pour some water on it to like clean her face and her forehead. And how's Dad?
Seems to be doing all right. What? Are you okay? Like, what? I wasn't seeing too much of what was happening with you. What?
If I don't do it perfectly, it hurts me to heal people.
This is gonna sound real hypocritical out of my mouth. You can't hurt your own self to heal everyone else, Tiff.
I know, I fucked up the spell. It's fine. When it goes right, I can really, really help, but sometimes it's not perfect and it takes a lot of my energy to do it. But it's not like I'm gonna sit here and let Dad die.
No. I guess not. Just try
have
not
to-
to do too much more of that. Yeah.
Be really careful the rest of until we can get home and get everybody patched up. We gotta be really careful.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my best. And she kind of like rolls one of her shoulders back a little.
Do you need help? Do you need something?
Yeah, hang on. And she's gonna pull her arm out of her sleeve and probably took a pretty good bite to one of her arms.
Ugh. Let's get that wrapped up. Hang on. And Tiffany will yank another strip of her shirt because, and she'll like start making a tourniquet and start getting it tied off.
Is this why all your shirts are this short? Keep tearing them off on these adventures?
No, most of them are supposed to be like that, but no. I liked this one.
I do not understand fashion anymore. God, I sound like my mother.
That tends to happen, I hear.
Ugh, it's horrifying stuff, really.
Miss Bia, this is going to sound really weird, and Tiffany's not paying attention to how loud she's talking at all, so Percy's and everyone else is more than welcome to roll for shit. I have the weirdest question.
Yeah.
Do you have any pregnancy tests at home?
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah. She gets up and walks around the corner and pukes. And comes back and sits down.
Hey, Keeper, can I roll to act under pressure?
Me too.
I will
guess
allow it.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna need that because it's like I'm about to like have to
keep your
hold him
cool, right?
down.
Yeah. I rolled a 9. I have a -1, so 8.
Okay, could be worse, right?
When I have bottle it up. If I roll act under pressure, for each +1 I use, the
So,
keeper can hold 1 against me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
So funny.
I'm gonna go +2 because I don't know if I'm gonna have to hold down this. I'm gonna have to hold down Percy like right now because he's
So-
gonna get up.
What's he going to do? He can't walk.
Oh, I mean,
You'd be surprised what I could do.
you'd be surprised. Adrenaline is a thing for sure.
yeah.
He's gonna take one step and fall down.
Yeah, I'm gonna, cause I rolled a little under the wire. I got a 6, so
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
y'all-
use +2 for that, please, to make
I
it
mean,
at 8.
Oh my god.
Under
And
four
then
act under
you hold
pressure.
2 against me.
Yeah. So, from a 7 to 9 on act under pressure, and the keeper is going to give you the worst possible outcome. So, what would be the worst possible thing for you, Percy, this time? I
The
mean,
worst-
I have a feeling that, currently fucking up your leg even worse, despite the splint, would probably be
Please do not pick
quite
up your leg
terrible.
worse.
I mean, it is the worst possible option.
Mm-hmm.
Could I argue for something a little more nebulous? Vague.
Oh.
I think the worst possible option is that Percy's priorities just shifted at this moment.
I respect it, yeah.
Okay. He was very intent on solving this mystery, obviously, and getting
Mhm.
everybody out. I think in this moment, I think he's very intent on getting Tiffany not out of here,
So,
out of this life.
possible, like, distraction along the way of, like, resolving this?
As in, before it was get everybody out of here safely, now it is get Tiff out. And don't ever let her look back.
Would you allow me to, what's your current sharp right now?
3.
Would you be okay with, reducing it by 2 for the duration of this day? Or
Sure,
until
yeah.
at least you're out of here?
Like the
Just
one
make
temporary?
it like a temporary note.
Done.
Because I feel like Percy being possibly distracted by this,
Mm-hmm.
right, would make him slightly less sharp.
No, yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, so I'll lower my sharp.
All right, and Lakeisha, you roll like shit again, right?
I rolled
Not that
rolled
you
a-
rolled like shit again.
I rolled a 6, and then I opted to make it +2 because of
Okay.
my bottle it up feature.
Yeah.
So you've got 2. You
So
can
it's still
hold
like
2
it's still like
tokens
went
on
to
me.
8, right?
Correct.
Okay. So let's have a quick discussion here. What would be like the hardest choice or the worst possible thing, or a price to pay for Lakeisha right now?
Well, because she's trying to react in time enough for or she's still going over Percy's wounds and whatnot. I think the worst thing that can happen is if I get so surprised by what I hear that I underestimate the strength of my arm
Yeah. Okay. All right.
and potentially cause a problem. But hopefully with the 8, I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
All
All
right.
up to the keeper though.
I mean, Percy, you will win for sure. Right? That probably what brings you back a little bit to the moment.
Mm-hmm.
If that little thing will cause an issue for, in the near future, who knows?
Okay.
I mean, I do, but
Yeah, of course you do.
I think Percy's just gonna give Lakeisha that look you give somebody when they've hurt you, even accidentally, just like that. Watch it.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna just reach and grab his gun, make sure that it's loaded, and not for you. Let's get out of here. Okay.
what do you have for
Yeah.
weapon, Percy?
Let's see. I threw my Molotov cocktail, so I don't think I have that anymore, and I gave away my knife, so I have a Magnum, and that is it.
Oh boy.
Just my firearm.
Yeah, what weapons do everybody have? Like, I still have my 9mm, but
Over the course of this campaign, I've gotten rid of all my weapons, so just
I have Percy's blessed knife, and I can light my hands on fire and shoot
There you go.
fireballs.
all right.
that tends to help.
All right.
Bia's
Gotcha.
got
Gonna-
a magic ass baseball bat.
The
Yeah.
Excalibur bat. It's got the
Basically,
Excalibur bat right now.
It's now
Oh my god,
just
can we
4
like
harm.
carve all the symbols of King Arthur into the bat, please?
That'd
I
be
want
so
that
good.
now.
So dope.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway,
are we gonna let Bia finish?
it's just like, I got stuff. We can talk when we're not in here, when we're back home.
Yeah, I'm really nauseous. I don't like it.
Is it if it's just a now nauseous thing that happens when you lose blood?
Yes, but also the last time the angel Gabriel came down from on high and told a teenage girl to chill the fuck out, some shit happened. And I'm 2 days late now.
Okay.
We'll talk when we get home.
And now that
All
I
the
know
more
who the
reason.
fuck he is, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, we can talk when we get home, but test ain't gonna show anything for a couple weeks if it is something. And I really, if you think it's about Gabe, I don't think it's gonna be that.
No, that's the only thing that it could be. But he
Okay.
literally stood here and told me to chill the ever-loving fuck out, basically, for like 10 minutes the other day. I mean, what, Lent starts in a couple of days? Week or couple of weeks?
I can keep track of Lent.
All in a handbasket. Where the fuck?
Like, I don't know. I'm a little freaked out. I think I have a reason to be worried at this point.
Maybe. Well,
Because
talk when we get
absolutely
back.
the fuck not. No, I have no desire, zero. I've already raised 3 children. I don't feel like raising another one right now.
Hey, I don't mean to sound callous, and sorry for eavesdropping.
What?
Bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry right now. We are in a dangerous situation. We are underground. We will handle that when we can, but for now, the last thing we need is other distractions. Okay?
Fine, can you walk on that?
I will make do. Keish, help me out.
Exactly. And she goes and she just
Yeah.
hefts him up.
He'll lean on her. He's not insisting on not putting or like doing it himself. He's taking the help, but then he does like try and stand on as much as he can and just keep his hand on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Now, just so that we're clear, if at any point that you slow down enough, I'm gonna have to carry you. You may feel a certain type of way about that as a guy. However, this is what the fuck the arm is for.
Look,
So
Keisha,
no-
my pride is not bigger than the danger we are all in. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you trying to talk me through it.
Okay.
This ain't that time.
All right. Yeah, because your pride has, you. So, okay.
Yeah, well, in the
Let's go.
past, I felt we had a handle on the situation. I don't now. So, Tiff, we will talk about that when we all get out, okay?
Fine, it's on my mind because I'm worried, okay? Like, a
I
lot
get
has
it.
happened in the last couple of days, and I wasn't expecting to hear Archangel bullshit.
Bia, keep an eye on her. Keisha and me will go ahead.
I'm fine, and
We're not.
I'm
splitting
going
up.
first. We're not splitting up. We're on the quiet
I'm
one.
not saying anything more than we're going down to the end of the hall and taking a
Alright.
look around. You
Let
take
me
a
go
second,
first. I'm the smallest and the quietest.
Oh,
Tiff. Get your head on straight.
I am. My head is on straight. I'm the one who can walk right now. I'm the one with use of all 4 of my limbs.
And you are the one who is clearly figuring out other shit. That is fine. Take a second. I'm not giving you an option. Get your head on straight. Thank you.
Lakeisha turns to Tiff, and I don't know, for the first time ever since we started working together, she does the most tender thing that she's ever done for Tiff. She looks at her and she puts her regular hand, not the robot hand, her regular hand on her shoulder, and she kind of massages like that spot right between the shoulders
Mm-hmm.
for a few seconds, and then she gives her the nod, like we got this nod, stay with Thea. And she turns to Perth and just kind of gets him going, and we head down the hallway.
I look at Mia and I look at them and I'm just
steady.
like,
Slow and steady down the hallway.
I'm mostly just taking the time to get used to how much weight I can put on my leg, how weak it is. Just go down. I mean, literally just go down to the end of the hall and just look around. We're not going anywhere near out of sight or anything.
Valid. Every step kind of stuck, not gonna lie. But, like, going down that little path, you have a feeling that this was, built and dug up years ago. Like, somebody built this years ago and was probably afraid that weird nuclear fallout or some bullshit, which, I mean, is valid. Just by the state of how some of the infrastructure that holds it is. But despite that, one thing that you notice is that it is still in use. It is very much in use, right? So somebody or some people go up and down this little corridor from time to time. And as you go further, you do see that what seems to be just a quick dugout becomes more and more into like a proper shelter. Like there's stone, concrete, things that it was actually being built properly. To last. Eventually you do come across and you also, one of the things that you do notice is that there is like cable with little light bulb. Some of them are not working, but some of them are currently emitting a dim light, which let you more or less see things. You do eventually come across what appear to be a very well-built iron door with a little slit that somebody could probably like pull and see like what's on the other side. Currently closed, right?
Okay. Well, obviously we're not continuing without our magic expert and our other heavy hitter.
Correct. And keep a question for you. I think between Letitia and Percy, their combined knowledge of the overall layout of the town. If we put our heads together, do we get a sense that we know where the rest of this leads? Like what part of town that this may lead to, or does it lead further into the forest outside of town or something like this? Like, what sense of direction do we have right now?
So, just because like the way like our like feet can feel it when like something is just slightly like going downhill, you are able to like sense it. It's just going a bit like probably like a bit further, like just a little bit, not by much. But as you came by although it was late at night, you do know that this part of the woods do have like a couple like little hills, and like this little cabin was essentially like, built between a few. So this is probably like the reason why it's not digging up further down, because it's probably going inside one of the hill that is nearby, which is providing enough overtop cover for whatever is built underneath. But you don't feel like you're going like really fucking far, right? It's not a very long walk.
All right. Well, if we're lucky, hopefully we don't run into too many other customers down here. But hard to say how many are down here, if anyone. But let's go back and get the other.
Yeah, I'd assume if there are guard dogs, then there's more than likely others here. Okay, let's go back. Hey, Keish. I'm fine. Let's go.
You sure?
You're a soldier, right?
I'm the tool people usually point at things. Sure.
You've gotten a lot of shit for being no nonsense, for taking things pragmatically in the past. Right now, I'm glad that is the strength you have.
All right. If this is your version of getting mushy, let's move it along, eh? Let's.
I'm not.
Just like,
I'm in pain.
Whoa.
Okay, just woozy. I'm losing blood. Go, just go, move.
All right.
I can't move if you don't
walk
move. Go.
it off. Come on,
Thank you.
walk it off.
Okay. All right.
They would like just discover like how to make Percy get in touch with his inner feelings, just like
Yeah, just throw him to death's door.
Just
love lost,
henceforth.
right?
Mhm.
Shit out of him.
All right. There you go.
Trigger that protective instinct
Yeah.
That too.
All right.
while also in excruciating pain.
Yep.
There you go.
Overwhelm the
works.
senses. Do it.
Yep.
Whatever works, right? All right. So you're going down there, like towards that door, which is currently closed.
Oh no, we're going back for.
Yeah, we'll go and.
You're going back. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we're gonna grab the other two to come
All right.
forward with us. Mhm.
Perfect. Just 1 minute.
Let's be clear. We're not splitting the party.
Correct.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, dear keeper.
All right.
Tiffany's got her arms crossed. She's at the end of the hall. She's got her arms crossed and she's like just leaning up against the side of the wall, just staring.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for them like to come back, and you're able to like see them through like dim light. You're able to see the shadow and them coming back.
Yeah, and we let them know exactly what we
Yeah.
thought.
All right. Perfect. So what's your plan?
I guess we better see what's behind the door then. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, listen, it's, as long as it's only one door, it could be worse. It could be 3 doors. Like the typical standard, if you think about it.
Yeah.
I should have Monty Hall this fucking dungeon.
Right.
Too late, no take back, keeper.
Well, I guess we push forward. That does anybody in particular want to go investigate the door?
I can. It's just a door. I'm not gonna just kick it open. Can you
Nah,
please
that's
for
what
5
me and
minutes
Tiff are for.
trust me, Dad?
I didn't
seriously.
say anything.
No, you didn't, but your face said a whole lot.
Yeah, and it's gonna keep saying a whole lot.
She just rolls her eyes and marches down to the end of the hall and goes and takes a peek at this door.
Yep, and we
Go
follow
right
up.
behind her. Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, you come across same door.
There's
closed.
light around it. You
Yeah,
said?
it is. Yeah, there's a little one dim light bulb. that
Um,
door.
can I read a bad situation and open up my third eye to see if I can garner more information about what's on the other side of the door.
Sure.
And as you do that, Keepa, is there space enough for 3 people across behind?
I would
Tiff,
probably be
or-
like maybe like 2 if you're very tight.
So it's like 4 raccoons
Then-
across.
Yeah, it's
So,
about 4
yep.
raccoons.
That sounds right. Copy that. So I think Percy and I should let Bia go right behind Tiff. And then if the 2 of us in the back have to pull out our guns to shoot at something, first of all, that makes more sense because we have distance weapons. Second of all,
Yeah.
Bia could jump in and leap in, a little more quickly,
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Perfect.
I mean,
Let your meleeer lead.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, Tiffany, open that third eye.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, which is not terrible. Not the best. Not terrible.
No, I rolled a 9 overall. I rolled a 6, a 2, and then I have a +1. So I have 1 extra hold, so I can ask 2 questions. And I can see anything that's like invisible, basically, and I get more information based on whatever you want to give me.
Okay.
So
All right. So you have questions, right? Well, that's
yeah.
fine.
What's the best way in? So I kind of want to know like what's the easiest way to get this door open, if it's locked or trapped or whatever.
Yeah.
And are there any dangers that we haven't noticed?
All right.
Actually, I take that back. What's the best way to protect Percy?
What's the best way to protect Percy?
That's not leave him here, which I know is what you're gonna say. So damn
Leave
it.
him here. Don't take him with you.
To protect Percy. The best way to protect Percy is to make sure that he does not do anything reckless.
Fair. It's really
Oh boy,
fair.
that's incredibly fair.
Right. Because currently in your general space where you are, there's no immediate danger, although you do hear a bit of scratching, from on the floor.
Behind us.
But no, it's not immediate. It's So yeah, that's your answer for that.
And what's the best way in?
Looking through at the door, you catch a glimpse that this door is not currently locked, which may be unusual, especially considering the space that you're in. Has it been left unlocked on purpose or by accident? But it doesn't appear to be currently locked.
And there's nothing invisible that I can see around us. Like I can't see any like hidden traps, hidden trap doors. I don't see like.
You do see that long ago there was a trap applied that is currently not in use or was
Somebody already triggered it.
dismantled. Yeah. But
So the door's open, but and there was a trap here at some point, but it's already been triggered or dismantled or something. It's not active anymore. Do you want me to take a peek? Anyone?
Carefully.
Carefully. Yeah.
Of course.
I will very, very gingerly turn the doorknob and crack it open just a millimeter. Enough that she can just kind of see and get her bearings.
Yeah. And like, it's not really like a doorknob. It's like really like like a push, like a handle that you just push.
She'll push it and she'll just open it maybe a centimeter, if even that. Like just enough that she can just peek.
Yeah. And it creaks a little. Because current resident has not put WD-40 on the hinges a long time.
Things we should carry in our case from now on.
That's right.
WD-40.
Yeah. Like 2 things that you need in your tool bag: WD-40 and duct tape.
Oh, I'm sure we have it in the car.
Yeah.
It's just not in our pack.
Looking like just opening. One of the first things that strikes you is you hear music, but like as if it's played like on a like old gramophone type of deal. And it seems to be like a classical piece. I'm not sure how well versed any of you are in classical music as your character. Probably
Tiffany plays
not.
the piano, but
Bia would maybe have some.
Percy
She'd have
wouldn't.
like the greatest hits.
Yeah. It's
Tiffany
not
plays
one of the
piano,
greatest
but
hits.
she's not like it's not her favorite thing.
Yeah.
She'd rather be listening to Pat Benatar, but you know.
Cher grew up playing classical piano favorites like Chopin and Beethoven.
Yeah.
Lakeisha, that's a hard no.
I was gonna say Simon knows way too much about classical music,
Yeah.
but
Frank knows a lot of classical music too, but but yeah, it's not a greatest hit. Let's just say that.
Well,
Yeah, you're
Somebody's-
able to hear music.
Somebody's playing music. Other than that, I can't see anything.
music. Weird.
It's classical. It sounds like it's on a really old record player, gramophone, or something. It's got that crackle to it.
after that door just
And as
squeaked
she opened
like
door,
it did.
if you pay attention, you're able to hear it just faintly.
After the way that door just squeaked open, nobody's come running. Hopefully that music gives us a little cover. Alright. Let's see what we can.
Just let me go first. I'm the only one here that's not injured to the point that I can't like pull the door shut. Like
Yeah, let's just keep it that way too. Okay?
I will. I'm trying to be careful. Okay.
Thank you. Keeper, real
Mhm.
quick. I personally knows nothing about classical music, but the music itself, would he know if maybe like it has a calming effect? Like, is there any magical reason he would know about in his studies?
Roll me some weird.
Weird. Let's go. I'm really good at that, guys. I'm really good at that. Holy shit. That is 0, but 11.
There you go.
There we go.
Good.
That's good. You don't like just listening and paying attention to it and like focusing on it. You don't sense that this has any like odd magical effect. It might just be somebody enjoying some jam.
All right.
I mean, it's not like the current like 1983 like greatest hits by any means, but
Okay.
doing some jams.
It
Nothing
lets
wrong
me
with
know
that.
all I need to know. I'll lean over to Lakeisha and go, whoever it is, they're pretentious. I'll just get ready.
Fair.
Track.
So Tiffany will just very, very slowly push the door open a little bit more and just like stick her face in the doorway to look around.
Yeah.
She's like trying to let her eyes very slowly get used to the brighter light, but also like trying not to swing the door open and pull all of the attention on Earth.
And it's not much brighter light on the other side. It's just maybe a few more like little lights here and there. And as you get in, you really like start to get that bunker feel.
What's the floors look like?
It's a mix of like concrete and stone.
Okay.
Like it was, they were probably trying to like put some like stone initially in their life. Like it's probably a bit wobbly. They might as well try to add some concrete here and there, but never really got finished.
Okay. So it does
Uh,
not look like the old stone that saw in visions.
I didn't like in this first initial like area,
Mm-hmm.
not fully.
Okay.
But
Oh,
I mean,
that's a
stones are
terrifying
stone,
way
right?
to answer that. Okay.
But yeah, it's actually like those
Cool.
first little bits of entry. You're essentially able to see some essentially what would be shelving and old can with labels that have been like just, falling apart. It's and what you like also peek on the other side is at the top there's a very old and very rusted shotgun
Oh.
with like a very like that probably it was with a little fancy pull system that if somebody would have opened that door, that would have probably shot them in the face at some point.
Ye old Fallout trap.
Ye old Fallout trap.
Interesting.
It's just like you look at it, it's like not only it's disabled, but also like that shotgun is so rusted that it would take so much time to restore it.
If it's disconnected from the trap, you know what? Lakeisha might actually still hoist off that thing, and she'll take a look at it, and she'll kind of hold it by the barrel so that the handle actually looks like a club, and she'll look over at Via and say, "No, listen, you can still hit a mofo with this. Might as well."
I mean, you could hit once before the barrel falls apart, yeah.
Yeah. It's not in best shape by any means.
Tiffany's gonna reach
It's
down into
fine.
her boot and she's gonna pull her knife out. She's had a compass installed on the top or like on the hilt. Like when she went and had the knife refurbished, she made it so
Yeah.
that she doesn't have to carry as much because she's little and heavy things are not good. So she looks down. What direction is this door pointing? Is it
Good.
pointing west towards the is it pointing like north or is it pointing like west towards the reservoir?
You know what's kind of funny is when you look at that little compass, it's spinning a lot.
Oh,
Well, that's not good. Hey,
don't
Dad.
like that.
And I'll lean over and show him the top of the compass. Like modified the knife a little bit, but that's not supposed to be doing that.
Respect. I
love
remember a
the
lot of those knives
modification.
back in the 80s too.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah.
this is a great
So
modification.
perfect.
2, and I do not say this lightly, so hear it seriously. Fuck. Okay. All right.
Maybe we don't mess around with the gun. We just leave it here in the hallway. I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot of good. It's shotgun. It's too
anything-
long for any kind of close combat.
Yeah. No,
And
actually,
it
I'm
ain't-
gonna
that
agree
ain't
there.
shooting
And that-
nobody.
It definitely looks like it could backfire at any moment as well. We just leave it. I agree. All right.
No, fine. You know, sometimes I like to have my own fun too.
You have a
good
shot.
time.
Robotic
down.
arm, Quiche. What? Whatever.
All right. She puts it back down.
I wish I could have a robotic arm. That's not foreshadowing. Don't cut off my arm, Frank. Thank you very much.
I could give you
She
a
looks
robot leg.
over at you. You actually say that out loud. She looks over at you.
Percy does not say
And for
that.
having, I was gonna say, if you said that shit,
Percy knows Lakeisha's past. He would not
she would
say
not have to take off the sunglasses for you to know that she just bore a hole through your skull. Okay.
Percy
Percy
knows
would
Alright.
say that out
Lakeisha's past. He would
loud.
not say that. No.
So, all right.
Ugh.
So what's the plan
Anyway.
here, folks?
Great question.
Alright.
What is the plan?
What else are we seeing in this room? Shelves
Um,
with food, a bunker.
Yeah, it's a little bunker. You're able to see a little like dining area, like what would be a table. And you're able to see like a door, and it's slightly ajar, and you're able to see what would be like probably like bunks where people would sleep. But you're also able to see if you like look straight into your left. A bit more light, and probably also the source of the music.
So, back up one moment, if you please. When you say bunk, do you mean like a single bunk bed, probably 2 people? Or are we talking like a room full and you could house a platoon down here? Let's be more
As
clear.
the door is like kind of like not fully open, it's hard to tell how big that room is. Right now, you're able to like see like quickly like 2 on top of one another.
Okay.
Probably like 2 or 4 bunks.
But just based on the
Okay.
general space of like that you're in right now, you have a feeling that this shelter was not originally intended to have that many people, maybe a handful at
Okay.
best. It was probably like whoever Doomsday Prepper and maybe their family in here.
Okay. It's worth asking.
No, good question.
Crystal clear. Okay.
Do you
Well-
want me? The music is coming from. Is there like a separate room where the music is coming from and light? Or is
Yeah,
it like? Okay.
You're able like to see like it seems to be like leading a bit further. It's not like super deep. But,
Yeah, I was just wondering if there's like another door, if it's like around a corner or something.
yeah, it's around. It's very much. If there's like a door, it's probably an open door.
Okay, so
All
here's
right.
the thing. There's obviously somebody down here.
Right.
Do we like bum rush them? Does somebody just go in and talk to them?
Well, I feel like if we're gonna talk to them, let's all present ourselves so that we don't surprise them to a point where they feel unsafe. If they're seeing all of us all at once and it's just us, then because it's different if you have one person go in and then all of a sudden you got 3 more, well, then you could have more and that could heighten things.
I mean, at the
So I
same time,
say-
there were zombie guard dogs and a shotgun, which we got past. So if we show up, they're gonna feel unsafe. Clearly, they don't want people in here.
as you're like standing there and like chatting among yourself, because the way like sound and gas, things like that, travel like smell. You do get like a weird, like cabbagey smell, like almost rotten egg too.
I don't like that. I don't like the smell of sulfur.
Yeah, let's not light anything up.
Yeah, let's not.
Keeper, can I look around to see if there are any vents or anything pumping gas in here?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll, and that would be a sharp roll, right?
Yeah, which I would.
have a temporary minus.
I have a 1. Yes. I do not have a 3. I have a 1. So 7.
All right.
Uh,
Full success.
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
success. Like every good, doomsday bunker, there's usually like a vent to be able to circulate oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know like that. But if put a room like that and just seal it, it's not gonna go well for people after a while.
Right.
But from what you can tell, it doesn't seem to be pumping anything here.
Okay.
It seems to be like a smell that's probably already already put in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe we
okay.
just announce ourselves.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Hey! Anybody in here?
Smooth. Real smooth.
I'm about done with this whole fucking hiding thing.
So as you yell if anybody is here, the needle gets removed from thing. Ah. You are here.
Yeah.
Please come in.
The way I thought it was supposed to be a smoke grenade or something, and it took me a second to remember it was a record player.
Right. Yeah.
My whole asshole just clenched. So
Bia is going to look at the others and go, I guess here we go.
Let's go. Everybody stay close. We'll march in. Fucking Scooby-Doo ragtag gang that we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a long walk by any means, and like you're able to know, you know exactly where you're going, especially with the voice and everything what came in. Bia, you recognize that area,
Oh, fuck.
and you are able to see in this room, which is just very dimly lit, on the floor a body, like oddly posed in a weird, grotesque manner, and just kneeling in front of it. This elderly gentleman, who is currently only wearing like pants and lab coat, no shirt underneath. One thing that you do. Actually, who will be the first one to observe that scene?
Tiffany probably walked in first because she wasn't about to let Percy hobble him.
Could
was
you
gonna say,
could you just roll me
Tiffany.
sharp, please?
Sure. 8.
8. It is probably 8 is a mixed success, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, you would not notice. I would say not notice that bit, but at least okay. It's probably like the fact that there's essentially like a corpse on the ground that distracts you a little bit from, paying a bit more attention to the man himself. And I mean, you've seen like dead things before and weird things. It's never not unsettling. This corpse has some heavy scarification on it, marking that upon a closer, especially for probably like able to ascertain a few more occult aspect of it.
It's something we've seen before a little bit.
The odds are probably. It's just hard to tell at this exact moment with all this. But yeah, you are able. That's what you see right now, and yes, if you come up on a realization of what you're seeing there, and this room is very familiar to you. You've seen this from a different perspective, though.
Yep. Shit.
And you, like, as you see it, like, you do feel like just that little burning pain for a moment again.
I didn't realize we were expected.
Well, eventually I figured you would come by.
Right, well, it seems like you have us at a disadvantage. Pretty sure we just know you as Frankenstein. Would you like to give an actual name?
I like that name. Let's keep it that.
You sure about that? Because I'm not a big fan of Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, and I damn sure ain't.
Tiffany's
Wow.
going to stay quiet and she's going to look real hard at the corpse to see if it's somebody they know.
Not to your knowledge. Well, at least we're gonna have an audience.
Is this back to us?
Yeah. I know he's like facing, like looking at you.
Okay.
And you can see he put like his hand on the body. Well. Wake up, dear.
I immediately cast telekinesis and throw him against the wall.
Alright, roll me some weird.
Here we go.
Sure about that? That's a 13.
Oh,
Here we go.
That's fucking
I
hell.
I rolled triple 5s because I have that extra dice for whenever Frank tells me to roll. I rolled all 5s across the board.
oh my god.
And it's plus
nice.
3 to weird, so.
Oh,
Nice.
You
let's
get
go.
slammed on the wall. Blood spilled from his mouth a little bit. But despite the pain, he seems to have some joyful, blissful expression on his face.
Okay, well, he suffers 3 crushing harm
Jesus.
because I just imploded his ribcage as I did it.
Fucking ass.
Oh
Let's
God,
go.
he actually likes it.
And he starts laughing. And
Sounds
it's
like it.
weirdly echo here.
And I'm just gonna hold him against the wall. Because on a 12 plus, I beat the shit out of this man, and he gets pinned right where I want to keep him for at least a round.
Keeper, what's happening with the body right now that he just
Yeah.
gave a command to them?
You start seeing like weird contraction and twitching from a body. As it like start rising the weirdest, most disturbing way.
Keisha immediately marches over to that body and like uses her robot hand
Thea
to
catches Percy.
press down. It's like whoop whoop, and I mean she probably would have spun you towards a wall, something you could have supported.
Yeah, just
yourself.
toss
But
Percy
she-
at a Bia. Yeah, go.
You know, and walks right over, compresses the chest, the torso of this thing down with her robot arm to keep
Roll to kick
him
some
down.
ass.
Do it.
Let's fucking go. Come on.
Do it.
Please be nice. Please be nice. Ah, kick some ass. Oh, that's tough, is it not?
Yes.
Which one is it? It's tough. Okay, so that's an 8.
Okay, so 8 is mixed success, I believe, right?
Yes.
That's right. Okay. So
That's-
on. So I don't think you have like a rating for your like arm, right?
Mm-mm. No, we never determined one.
I mean, it's. I think like punching somebody would be like 1, right? Usually.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make it. I feel like make it 2 for that one.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
and
just
as
trying
like-
to hold this thing in place
as
so
all
that
there,
it doesn't. Yeah.
like it kind of feels. I mean, it's hard, because you don't have sensation in that arm, which kind of feels very weird and slippery, and like it contours like weirdly around you,
Mhm.
and just like jams its long fingernail or like more claw-like into your leg,
Oh,
which would cause you to harm.
okay.
And like it is just there, like trying to like rip you apart, and from just as it's
Oh shit! Welcome to Forearm, y'all. Yeah, that.
Mhm.
Lakeisha definitely winces in pain, like ah, fuck.
Don't you
Stay
have armor? Does
down.
that skip the armor?
Yeah, do you have armor?
Ebony armor.
Oh, I do actually. Okay, so you
Damn.
said that's Suharm. That's Suharm, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, no, actually that deflects too. So I'm fine.
All right. So I feel
For a
I figure you
second.
probably wear combat boots, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So it's like it's trying to like dig through that like tough leather there,
yeah.
and you feel like, no, you're lucky. You're very lucky that you have those right now.
Yeah,
With your
Lakeisha
leg?
is nobody's mom, but she definitely wears combat boots for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
So yeah, you feel very lucky that you're wearing that, because it would be like you feel a pressure around your ankle,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Okay.
feel kind of very lucky.
Percy's gonna push off of Bia and lean against. Is there like a nearby table or counter or anything he could just lean on?
There's a bit of a table like on the side where there's tools. Just like
Okay.
that.
He's gonna push
Ugh.
off and like skip over it just so like he can land a elbow really heavily on it and go help. And he'll just stay by himself.
Bia's going up to the telekinesis dude and just goes, "You're the reason I've been having such shit dreams." All right. And she's just gonna full force home run wallop this dude.
Mm-hmm.
She's done. I don't think there was a ton that they were hoping to find out from him. So she's very comfortable, at the very least, taking out his teeth.
All right, roll for it.
Let's get some tough.
You can tell that he's not a very tough person.
He can laugh all
Pretty.
day, but hard to do so accurately without a mouthful of teeth.
Indeed, that's an
Mhm.
11.
Yeah, that
Hey.
goes for it.
So, yeah, and that's 4 harm to him.
Nice.
So it was
Jesus
3 plus
Christ.
4. All right. So and dude does not have any armor, so that would really fuck him up, and he would be gargling on his own dung and blood, to being unconscious, like down completely, which makes the weird corpse. Actually, no, it's still alive. Yeah, that thing is still alive.
Still thrashing, still okay.
Thrashing. It is very much like that entity is not linked to him by any means.
Gotcha.
And it's hard to tell because he's being pressed against the wall, but it seems to be going limp.
Okay. All right.
Can
While Lakeisha is still wrestling with this thing, she says, not that it should matter. No matter who this is, but are we sure we don't know this person? Because she looks like she's ready to compress the windpipe of this thing and end it.
Any of us recognizing him?
No, I'm gonna do what I was originally gonna do. Can I investigate a mystery?
Yeah, absolutely.
Going on. Can I take a larger look at the room? What is that? Sharp? Man, my sharp is garbage right now.
That's what happened when you roll like shit on cool.
7.
All right. I mean, it's not the worst, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question?
I can ask one, which really... There's 2 questions I could ask, and I wanted to ask both, but I will... I'll ask the most important one. What's being concealed? What are we missing here?
Oh.
Percy's whole mindset right now is that there's a big monster, there's Frankenstein. This is not his plan. What is going on?
This whole thing is very ritualistic
Mm-hmm.
and very researchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you do see, just looking around in just your general room, where there's essentially a dining table that we saw earlier. It probably catch your attention immediately, just because of everything that was going on here before. There seemed to be a few pieces of paper with a pen nearby. That and an envelope, that's been opened.
Pen in an envelope.
Yeah. If you go limp, you go see it. Although you don't read the language, correspondence very has a similar formatting.
Mm-hmm.
This very much looks like letters in communication.
Okay. Much as I want to look at them further, that seems like a really irresponsible thing to do while Big Monster is here. So
I mean, there's one monster-ish.
It is a monster. All right, and I have a gun. So I'm going to hold on. I'm not shooting yet, and I'm just gonna call out to Lakeisha in a response to her and say, "We couldn't save the last one." That's all I'll say.
All right.
At that, Lakeisha definitely turns to this thing. Sorry. And twists the windpipe of this creature,
All right.
with the robot hand.
Kick some ass once more.
Hey. See
Don't
how
fuck
we
it up.
do. Let's see how we do. Whoa! Double sixes on the dice.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
holy
Let's
crap.
go.
Nice.
Whoa!
You get a feeling that
Okay.
this was not designed to be a hardy creature. It was just essentially designed to be a fun experiment. Right. And yeah, I mean, crushing the windpipe, sever bits of it, which seems to. Because it is not really a functional windpipe.
Got it. Just like,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
ragdoll style.
Yeah.
And then just.
Yeah. But yeah. It seems to
Bia's,
be unmoving right now.
Bia's gonna double check, see if she actually killed him or if he's just unconscious, just checking for pulse.
You investigate a mystery for me, please.
All right. Oh, that's no good. That is a 6.
All right. While on the upside, I can give you right now that you don't feel a pulse.
Great. All right.
That's what I'm gonna give you.
Okay. So she's just gonna turn from him and just go, I don't know if we needed to get any answers from him. I lost cool there.
I mean,
It was
holy
more
crap,
important
what?
to secure our safety.
Yeah.
Sorry I didn't act fast enough to keep him from bringing whatever that is up, but
You did plenty good. You restrained him. You guys took him out. You all did great. Sorry that I didn't help, but good
No,
job.
you're
Everybody,
fine. What
good
did
job.
you wandered over? What did you find?
Well, I just had a thought, a hunch. Give me a sec. I'm gonna grab the letter and read through it.
Do you read German?
I don't know. Does
I
this
have-
sound German?
I have
don't
a
know.
Magic that I can communicate with things I don't understand. Can I just use that?
How does it work exactly? Is it
It's just one of my things that I can use magic. It says communicate with something that you do not share a language with. It specifically says something, not someone.
yeah?
So it should, as far as I'm concerned, it's anything, but it's a keeper call. I do speak French though.
I mean, I think it might just be my ruling here.
Whatever you
It'd be
want.
it'd be very much with the intent of something like a creature type of deal, and not necessarily an inanimate object, because it's
That's
hard to
fair.
communicate with an inanimate object.
Mhm.
All right, you can read things, but you don't really communicate with the thing.
This
I
is
don't
that same
know.
old
if-
German. This is that same old German from
Yeah.
the notes that we found. We just
Yeah,
need to
and
the
get
handwriting
translated.
is actually this
Percy didn't
handwriting
read
is slightly different.
How did we translate the last one? Did we take it
We
home?
didn't-
How-
None of you
we
did.
didn't
We
end up
haven't
getting
yet.
it translated.
Okay,
but
we just
I
have it, great.
said, I said I was going to bring it to potentially the German teacher, and now I'm
Mhm.
rethinking that because
Okay. Right. Well, this is not in a language that we speak. We've run into this before. God fucking, I wanted some goddamn fucking answers.
we can still look around, see what else there is around
Just
here.
yeah, just do so carefully, safely. God,
We take
yeah.
these things heads off to make sure they don't come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Good plan.
You want me to do it or you got it? She's looking at Lakeisha.
I'll take one, you take the other.
She walks over and she just kind of, Tiffany sucks it up and starts like hacking dude's head off with the big ass Bowie knife that she's got. At least
Do you,
enough that
like,
she's
little, like,
severing.
Frankenstein doctor person.
Mm-hmm. She's doing what she can to make sure he don't come back because she doesn't trust it.
So you give your first swing. Can you roll me a sharp?
Sure.
And depending on the result of that, I might make you roll one of thing.
Not good. That's cocked. Hold on. I hate the digital dice can be cocked. That's even worse.
Why would it do that?
They can like land on each other like this? It's supposed to
Yeah,
simulate
they
real
can.
dice.
Yeah.
That is a. Oh, actually, that's not bad because that 8.
Okay.
So not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
one thing you did not know, you actually pick up on one thing that you did not notice earlier, because distraction.
Mm-hmm.
The body of this man is heavily marked with branding, scarification.
Anything I
They
recognize?
form patterns. Roll me a weird.
Oh, well, that's 9.
9.
Threes across the board. I rolled 2 threes and I have 3
Which
plus
is
3
not
weird.
bad, right? Nice.
Yeah.
You don't get like the full like scope of it. But you know enough in this general domain to know enough symbolism for a vessel.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Oh,
With your knife in that person's neck, you see like the blood go over the blade
Mm-hmm.
and up the handle and over your arm.
Even though it's a blessed blade? Oh, shit.
I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do on the thing, but yeah.
Or is it like a gravity, or like it's being pulled that way?
I mean, I have a feeling that all of you, like, as adult, are familiar, like, in our real world people, familiar with comic books enough to like know symbiote and things like that, right?
yeah.
It gave that weird
crawling
feeling.
Up. It's
Sorry,
crawling
like
up
carnage.
her arm.
It's carnage, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, don't like that at all. Fucking, do any of the rest of us?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we see
Not
this?
to say, do we see?
Based on this person's placement, unless any of you went along with Tiff, I don't think so, because it's very like old, unless she mentioned something right immediately.
Yeah, I would start being like, yo, what the fuck, and trying to let go of the knife.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
am I fast enough to see it start crawling up the knife and jump away from it, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the second I see
Okay.
it's going up the knife, I recognize what it is, I jump away from it. Yo, okay, nobody touched the body.
What's it?
Letitia
Shit.
drops the one that she's got and like rushes over.
We have to get out of here. Is there
And
anything flammable besides the bodies in here?
And it
You
pulls and
are!
forms.
You are! Light that damn thing on fire!
What you doing? Sorry,
It's
what
starting
is
to become
the
more-
The
I'm
blood
lighting
is
it on
cooling and
fire.
forming to something.
I'm lighting whatever is there on fire immediately. I am like, boom, like
Oh.
I cast fireball in the tiny room.
Yeah, go for it.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh
While,
boy.
while
just-
she's
it's
doing
just
that,
cast-
Keeper, I have an ability called I've read about this sort of thing. Could I have read about this sort of thing and try and roll for it?
Is that something you need to roll for it?
Okay, so I have to roll
yeah,
quick math,
so
but I get to roll.
I
with
rolled to act under
weird.
pressure and gain information.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I
Do
just
it.
rolled a 13.
Oh,
Do it.
fuck
Oh.
yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
2 5s and plus 3, so it's a 13
Fuck yes.
for my. It's gonna be a fire blast.
Okay.
So it is 2 harm. Because I'm still pretty close to it, so
Yeah.
it's 2 harm for that plus an additional 2 fire, so it's 4 harm total.
Okay.
And the fire cannot spread from what I'm casting it on because I rolled over
Okay.
a 10.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did smell sulfur in here before, and
it's-
it's like,
Is this anything that bypass any type of like wisdom, something whatever, any armor or things like that? Just bypass that.
Yes, it bypasses armor.
Okay. Perfect. And it
Actually, let me double check that.
Double
that
check.
It does bypass armor because it's
Perfect.
kick to
While you-
mass and not magic.
while you check that, Jay, what did you roll?
Oh, I have not rolled. Can I roll?
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay. It's a really fucking crappy sharp, but I still have a +1, 7. Barely getting there.
You're getting there. I
barely
believe in
getting
you.
there.
Uh,
I'm glad I can roll instead of cool for this because my cool is -1.
Oh, but because it kicks some
Oh.
ass and I rolled more than a 12, I can also tell you that the attack inflicts double damage.
Double?
Double the normal harm.
perfect.
Whoa!
Let's
Because my magic is
fucking
against some ass
go!
plus weird.
All right.
So I did
Holy
8,
shit.
but it does not. It is not. It doesn't ignore armor.
Okay.
But I did
perfect.
8 damage.
It make it like go back a little bit, and you see like if you imagine like the weirdest, goriest like wave aspect. We all seen like that Japanese painting of a wave, right? And he does like that weird thing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it seems to like react like that to your blast. As it,
But
like,
I
warm
can
up.
suffer harm from it if you choose that I was close enough that it can harm me.
Mm,
I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
for it.
it's checks and balances. It's a lot of fucking damage, but I can also get hit.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna give it a 50-50 chance. I usually like doing this. Actually,
Any
Just
chance
fucking
that
hurt
the-
me. I don't give a shit. Do it.
Any
Fine,
chance
I'll hurt
that
Oh my
you.
god.
Just
any
do it.
chance, any chance that the fire starter is a little
Like,
immune to her own
no.
element? A little
I mean,
bit?
I do have my armor on. I do have like +1 armor.
like
because I've
when
got my
that does
jacket
that
from-
thing, based on your, because I don't have your description thing, does it make you like suffer like whatever full arm this thing would inflict to you? Or just
Let me go
partial?
read. It's just your general kick some ass, but it's a spell, so
Okay.
it's basically it's the same as using a weapon. It's
Okay.
just my attack is magical instead of an actual weapon, and I can do it from a distance. But I don't know how far back you're gonna say that I went when I jumped away from it because I was on top of him. I'm
Yeah, you were
just
very much
trying
on
to be
top of
fucking fair.
I have a feeling that you were like there and like essentially just like hop back and just
Yeah,
went
I hop
for
back
it.
and just immediately lit the shit on fire because reaction time.
I would say it's more like not necessarily harm from the creature itself, but more like backsplash of the proximity from your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the fire damage aspect of that thing?
The fire damage is +2.
Right, 2.
Okay. Noted.
So Percy, finally to get to your thing. That thing specifically, you've never encountered it. Thank fuck.
Sure.
Because
Sure.
you would remember it. You've heard of things similar to that. Things that are, it is essentially just using human being as meat puppet.
Mm-hmm.
There's no specific name to it because people are, but did not really try to classify it because it's so unusual. It's usually very otherworldly. Some people say it's like, oh, it's weird demon position, but this is not because the blessed blade did not do. If it was like a demon thing, it would do what you expect, right? So it's a issue of the source of that, but it is very essentially an entity using that man as a meat puppet.
Demonic in nature.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to put like a gross label around it, sure.
Yeah, obviously it's not exactly a demon, but it's that's kind of what we're doing.
Like,
okay.
Somebody seeing that for the first time would assume that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it seems to communicate in your mind
To all of us or just me?
to all of you.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh shit.
I do also need to correct that it's 10 harm, not 8.
Oh,
Good idea.
Jesus.
Which would put it over like the edge for what I need.
Okay, well then, like, leave him alone, and we can say he had armor.
Yeah, just dramatic effect, right? And it's like it's a weird voice that echoes, just omnipresent. And the only thing that it says before laddering on the ground, I'm coming. I know.
I was
Okay.
fine till I was fine. Until Simon started laughing. I was fine.
I'm sorry.
Children.
Yes.
I said it. Did I said, no. Yeah. It's just like when I think about like what it looks
I was
like.
absolutely
I was-
fine. Fine.
Yep.
Until Simon lost it.
Until the chuckle. Mhm.
As
Oh
soon
my
as Simon
God.
goes like that, I was done.
Yeah.
And
I was trying
honestly,
to chew my food.
I don't blame you because when I hear myself back, like, yeah, no, I get it.
You stupid American.
Yeah.
And your toilet humor.
It's all right. No, I get it. I guess it's my kind of humor as well. But apparently, I got caught in my own trap, which is funny.
It's something that all DMs have to live with.
Yep.
Incredible.
Truly, though.
It's
Yes,
like when you like
true.
put a name on paper and like, oh, it sounds great until you say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, essentially, I have a feeling that whatever this is although just that's or a way for it to be. And it fall into like on the ground like normal blood. Big, nice little puddle of blood.
Tiffany's
Okay.
gonna use her telekinesis and like the last little bit of her energy to pick up her knife and like I can move anything smaller than I am without
Yeah.
having to roll for it. And like shake the knife off and move it across the room and set it down. And then she's gonna
everyone-
collapse on the floor.
Did everyone else hear that?
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, I have no idea.
That is what they came for.
Bia, you remember that weird like cold distant sensation that you got like in one of your dreams?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can feel those chills, and all of you for that moment can experience it as well.
Mm.
Oh no.
Fuck
I don't
is
like
this
that.
place?
Why does this place feel weird?
You guys
I don't know,
remember
but
when we were talking about underneath the town?
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a strong feeling that that is what's underneath.
Okay. We have to go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of you, but
We're not doing
we gotta
anything
get
tonight.
the fuck out of here.
Tiffany is literally at 5 harm. She is not doing well. She got hit in the head
Yeah.
with something.
Hang on.
Oh Christ.
Everybody just take a second, breathe, keep your fucking wits about you. I'm
Bia looks
ventilation.
at Tiff. Bia looks at Tiff and goes, "No, we need to get, and we need to go."
Yeah.
Trust me, I get it. But the only way out right now is through a broken ladder and a bunch of demon dogs. There's ventilation. Give me a second to find where else this goes.
There's
Okay?
gotta be a door or something. Nobody has a bunker like this and doesn't have a back way out.
Exactly. Thank you. So just give me a second to look around. Everybody take a breath.
I'm gonna just
Lay
it's
down.
Fine. No, it's fine. I'm gonna go check the other room with the
No,
vent.
you're
There's gotta
not.
be just go check the other room. There's probably a door in there.
We will. Just
I'm fine.
You
And she just kind of
hold
like
here.
scooches up against the wall, far away from the bodies, and just leans against like the wall. And she like puts her knife back in her boot. She's woozy. She's not completely out, but she's hurting.
I'll start investigating for another exit.
Yeah, roll for that. And how
Me
much
Okay,
time do
too,
you
I'll
want
go-
to spend on that, Percy?
I'll go on the
it
opposite
takes.
direction of him if
Yeah.
he even needs it. I don't know.
Well, what were you asking?
Like,
Frank?
how much time do you wish to spend on like looking?
Well,
Because you're also in a lot of pain.
well, I rolled a 3. So
Okay.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
I think I
Okay.
start to investigate, and then my leg just gives out.
All right. Yeah. Seeing that, Lakeisha is definitely gonna try and help out.
At
here.
this time, you're in a
Say
although kind of
he is
very
catching
gross
him.
place,
Mhm.
loosely safe place at the same time.
Right. I'm. You know,
Okay.
I will stay here. Somebody else look. I don't.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
And what are we rolling?
And I would just like investigate.
Investigate?
Like sharp, you know.
Tiffany's gonna like scooch over across the floor and sit down next to Percy on the floor.
Okay, I made a 7, just
Just, like,
barely.
Lean
That's-
into him.
Better than Lakeisha. Lakeisha only got a 6.
All right. So
Oh my
it would
God.
take you that'd be quite a decent amount of time.
Tiffany gets
Which
up
is-
and starts looking around because investigate a mystery is something she could do and immediately rolls a 10.
Which is probably like
Jesus.
it's probably like long enough for some of you to notice that there's actually like, you know, those like I don't know if you ever seen like those like army camp bandits that should like, you know, like like a canvas on like, you know, steel
Mhm.
frame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
the
used to have
cops.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the most comfortable thing, but they're not too bad either.
It's
Actually not
literally
bad.
what Tiffany is sleeping on in the basement of
Actually
Percy's house
not
right now.
that bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if people need to actually lay down for a bit, that would be great. And moving things around, like taking some time. Probably after like a good, 45, 50 minutes of looking around, like trying to, because there's no immediate outside door. You really have to move things around to see what would be like behind a shelf with like a bunch of like probably beans and like other like things and cans.
Yeah.
What would be probably like your like emergency exit to your emergency bunker.
Yep.
Uh,
Say,
and
I
it's
think
very much like I would say like a raccoon door. Like it's essentially like a little quick crawl space to get out.
Or probably camouflaged a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it took long enough that Bia was just like almost throwing things, trying to get a way out.
Tiffany will just be like, here, but Lakeisha's gonna have to go first because she's gonna have to drag Dad through because I can't.
All right.
But
All
yeah,
right.
everything here make a like little sled.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
could probably make a little like sliding cot so that he doesn't have to walk.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I
So
will pull as much of my weight as I can. Let's
Dad,
just
we
try
just
and
need to
get
get
out.
you out of here as soon as we can get you some.
actually, I'll
bandaged
Need to
up.
get
It's
you fixed up.
yeah.
We
As
all
a matter of
tired.
fact,
need some
I'm the
work.
one that's gonna be pulling your weight, Percy. Technically, if you want to talk about it. So you know what?
now's not the
go,
time.
go.
Please, let's just go.
Let's go. Let's
Think
go.
light as a feather, all right, and just help starts to trundle him up. Help him steady himself on the cot, and yeah, Lakeisha will go first.
This is for my own sake. I'm so sorry. Keeper, one last time before we get out of here. One, Percy took the letter. I want to make that clear. He has the letter.
Yep.
Can he just look around the room one last time to see if there's any clues they're missing? Because they did not get hardly anything from coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a last look.
Come on.
I mean, that
fucking-
kind of help that you
The conspiracy
super
theorist
yeah.
has to be satisfied.
my fucking one sharp. Come on. Don't fail me now. My fucking
really-
one sharp. Don't fail me.
Do you want to
Uh-oh.
use one of your luck, Percy?
Yeah, you know what? I do.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna take that
God.
5. I will use a luck. Fuck this, please.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Uh,
There you are.
so, one thing that you find appears to be a tome.
Okay.
But as you like open it, turn the page, like the page appears to be blank on the surface.
Okay.
But you may be able, under better circumstances, better situation, you may be able to better investigate, that is anything of use. But the fact that there's enough wear and tear on the binding on it probably tells you that there's probably some importance to it. And
Okay.
it was like near one table where there was some tools.
Okay, I'll put the letter in the book, and I'll lay on the cot and do my best to help people get me out without there being an issue.
Yep. So with a bit of pain, nonetheless, you are eventually able to pull Percy out and essentially get out to a little, like, steel hatch that was. You feel very lucky that the nearby falling tree did not fall on the hatch. It's not a pleasant escape by any means. You have to go there and like the little ladder, but eventually you make it out of there. Not exactly sure where you are because it's kind of like you kind of lost for a moment in your sense of direction, but you are on the surface. The very cold air that is outside right now.
Most importantly, do we hear the dog in the distance?
You don't hear things in the distance at the time.
Do we kind of have a general orientation of where we are after like running through the tunnels and?
Do you want to look at your compass again?
Yes.
Your compass seems to be working right now.
Okay.
If you know roughly like from where you are, like Fairwick would be west, I think. Most of
I
it.
mean, we're southeast of the city. I know. I'm just trying to
it's
get
probably-
orientation for where the car is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because Bia's truck can come get us. It's a 4x4. It can get through here to get us if we can
Yeah.
get somebody to the truck.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
a
that's
rough
the key.
ride. Maybe like get stuck on a tree stump.
Mm.
But looking around, just trying to like capture like your surrounding. You have a general idea of where like truck would probably be. It would not be very very far. But yeah, you have a good idea of where it would.
I can try to shield us and keep them in the house to get us to the truck. But then I need to go to bed.
We all need to go to bed.
You need more than
Yeah.
that. Come on. Gonna get Tiff through. Bia is seeing, because Tiff's probably like a sheet of paper basically at this point.
Yeah, she's
And-
like real pale. She's probably got a big old like egg on her head. She's probably not
Yeah.
quite like severe concussion, but she's in rough shape.
Yeah. And so Bia's just looping an arm around her and walking with her that way.
She doesn't fight it a lot, but she's just like, we got to get Dad to the truck. We need you to help Keish carry Dad.
I've got him. Don't worry about it.
So, without too much difficulty, I mean, all things considered, you're eventually able to find your way to your truck.
Do we have to fight our way there, or are they?
You don't seem to be bothered by the creature. Either they're currently distracted by something else, or they're just no longer functioning. You're not sure. You don't see them right now, which is a good thing. You get in the truck, start to feel like the warmth of it. as you drive. I'm assuming to Percy's residence.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where the infirmary is.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Bia
get healing there.
is. Yeah, I was gonna say Bia is also talking the entire time. I don't think she's necessarily talking about anything important. Just trying to make sure that everybody is staying awake right now. She has seen she's seen what we would now call TBIs, and she's like, "Oh yeah, oh this is not good. No sleep
Yep.
for Tiff yet."
Mm-hmm.
But you make it home safely.
You know, the thing that gets me is if we were feeling something below the town, it can't have just been this one entity. I don't like the idea that there's more of these things, but
No, I saw the body of the doctor. It had all these carvings on here. It very much felt. I've seen them in some of the stuff that I've studied. They very much felt like the vessel, I think is the word that a lot of people use to hold something else. Like I think they're trying to create a body that can hold whatever this thing is that they're trying to unleash.
There's definitely a cult of some kind around whatever this is. There's not just one person doing this.
No, it's like there was a lot of scarification. There were a lot of burns. It looked like brands. They've been through some stuff.
and he looked like he enjoyed pain. The fuck?
I don't think that it said he enjoyed pain. I think that I think that whatever that thing was inside him and is recognizing that he's gaining power. Because now he doesn't need a whole lot. He literally just touched that thing and brought it to life. I don't think it's a pain thing. I think it's a power thing. I think he's excited because he's got the ability to do it with his bare hands now. As long as he's got a body to live in.
We're gonna talk about this inside. Come on. And she is grabbing Tiff and getting, like, looking and making sure that Keisha's bringing Percy, but she's bringing Tiff down and getting ways to treat and stabilize.
Yeah, the infirmary lets us heal any wounds. It's just how long. So we can, we can go
So
take care of ourselves.
if narratively, do you have anything else that you wish to discuss, or do you wish to take what we would call in in good term a long rest? You just actually patch up and get be less fucked
A
up.
long rest. We're gonna cut back like a week from now.
I think at a certain point, Percy will tell Tiff, basically, if you stop trying to figure this out, I will stop working too until we're both better. But you need to focus on getting better.
Yeah, just I'm tired.
Well, stay awake for now. But yes, I get
allow
that.
me.
Keep eyes open, breathe. I'm also very tired, so we're gonna stay awake together, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And yes, please, long rest. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So
pretty please.
with this, we're gonna play a bit loosey-goosey with timeline, right? It's gonna be here that's happening in the span of a week. So, what do you wish to do within that span of that week?
I think
Just tell me a day.
I think that for sure, Percy probably calls the school because everybody at this point knows that he's my dad and that he's dating Bia, and probably called the school and told them that we all have the flu.
Yeah, honestly though.
Yeah, they all got the shit.
He would never do that to Tiffany.
I mean, not intentionally. There's definitely a timeline where he crashes and burns with his lies and goes, we all have the shits, bye, and just hangs up. That's the whole phone call.
But I think Tiffany really keeps to herself. She probably talks to Jimmy a couple of times a day on the phone just to let him know that she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just waiting until she's feeling better and like this friggin' bruise on her face goes away so she can go back to school.
It will take quite some time for you to any of you to feel properly all right.
She's doing what she can with her magic to heal the bruise too, just
Right.
to advance it, like just a little bit a day, so it's not overexerting herself.
Alright.
Percy has something very specific he wants to do, but I feel like it might be slightly derailing for everybody, so I'm gonna.
Just do it.
Just do it,
Are
you
we
coward.
Sure.
Go
I know.
on.
Bia doesn't have anything specific besides just keeping an eye
Okay.
on
Well,
keeping an eye on Tiff.
we're gonna display Percy's character arc then, because he's gonna tell Bia before he does it. But he's gonna
Approach.
approach her one day and say, "So I've been thinking about." That went straight in one ear. and
You
out
the
the
kitty.
I
He's gonna approach her one day and say,
Is Percy catcalling Bia?
literally
just like-
catcalling out of the blue.
my brain didn't
Oh,
register
shit.
the sound until like 5 seconds.
I was praying. I was sitting there. I was like, okay, she hasn't been picked up on mics in my other calls. Maybe she's not getting picked up
Nope.
now. And then y'all
Nope.
busted. And I was like, God damn it.
That was
Percy-
amazing.
Yeah.
You
So
said
Percy,
catcalling Bia. What are you doing?
yeah. Besides, he considers catcalling, but instead, he's gonna pull me aside in the house at one point. And go. So I've been thinking about, well, a lot, obviously, because a lot's been going on.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something we've really been lacking, and that's friends. We're massively in over our head. Do not get me wrong. You three are the most powerful women that probably exist in this town. But we don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know that old saying, enemy of my enemy, my friend?
Yeah. Who are you thinking of?
Michael.
This is Simon and my shit memory. Who the fuck is that?
Well, Michael's an archangel.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a guy named Mike,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike
him
from the
one-
DVD
a
store,
garage.
Okay, cool.
Hey, yo, Mikey.
I mean, Michael was a very common
Over
name.
here.
And the pauses, I get my brain together.
I know, hear me out. They were hunting Cade, and probably still are, but it is very obvious now that they were not here for Cade or Andy. I cannot believe I'm calling him that, Andy. They were here for something stronger, something deeper, and if they're trying to hunt this thing down, I mean, maybe having some friends wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Guess not, but shit.
I'm coming to you and I'm telling you this not because I say I'm gonna do it. I am asking for your input.
I absolutely get where you're coming from. They scare the fuck out of me.
I didn't even know who they were when I first met them, and I was unwilling to pull a gun. And how often am I unwilling to pull a gun? So I get it, but I've been thinking about it. Lakeisha's involved with an agency that definitely dabbles in shit they don't want to deal with. You are something special. I don't know what. And Tiff dabbles in the dark arts. There's a lot of reasons they wouldn't like any of you. I'm just a guy. I'm just a human. There is no reason, if they should decide to have a problem with this, for them to have a problem with me.
So okay. About the not quite knowing, I can tell you this much.
Okay.
Michael and Gabriel feel like the visions in the bat. So I have a feeling that we're meant to be same side.
I I'm sorry. I'm trying to connect dots to let me know if I connected the wrong dot. Are you telling me God gave you a baseball bat?
I hadn't quite put it quite like that, but yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Come on, Percy, don't you know that God is American and like
Yeah,
baseball
God's
is, like,
American. He loves
America's #1
baseball.
sport. There you go.
Didn't you see angels in the outfield?
I did see angels in the outfield, and there were a lot of potholes. Okay, so I didn't think that was a historical recreation.
When did that movie come out?
Way after 1983.
Okay.
How come sometimes the angel can apparently be seen and sometimes not? It don't make no sense. Anyway.
But yeah, I guess. So
if we were looking for a sign to try and get some allies, I guess fucking a sign from God.
whatever that. Yeah.
I hate that I just said those words out loud. That is terrifying to me. I was gonna go up to those angels as an agnostic. Do you know what that feels like right now? That's horrifying for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm from the part of Christianity that doesn't do too much with angels. I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we don't have to do anything immediately, especially not until everybody's healed up. My leg's still fucked. Tiff is still recovering, and Lord knows that you and Keish took your fair share of hits, so we're not doing shit until we're all feeling tip-top shape. But just think on it, and you know, if your bat was from God, then maybe this is the right move. And maybe, who knows, if we do them a favor, they can give us a favor and lay off Cade.
That would sure be something.
Yeah.
You know,
Just think
growing up, I always wanted to be a warrior for Christ. That is not, I don't think magic baseball bat was quite what the
no sort of
pastor
truth, is it?
was thinking. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, not really. Do you think maybe they could send like a chest plate of righteousness, like give you like the umpire outfit, and then you could really get the whole ensemble? Maybe the like face mask. Just that.
I'd settle for a bat and helmet, honestly.
It's the holy catcher's gear.
I'm just pitching.
Like a hand grenade.
Look.
Yeah.
Just consider it. And I never got the chance to say it, but thanks for taking care of Tiff. Never once have I felt more confident that I had chosen a partner who knew what she was doing than watching you do that.
Yeah, of course. Hell, we gotta go prom dress shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, prom. Damn, I miss when life had those issues and not, you know, God giving baseball bats.
Right? So much simpler.
It was a lot simpler. Back when I thought Laura Tate was the worst of my problems. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. I think she's I think she was probably baking something, and she just kind of like turns back to the batter bowl.
Percy will just help. He's probably actually more of a detriment than a help, but he'll help. Bake.
All right. Perfect. Anything else being done?
Well, during that time, I think Lakeisha is not actively avoiding Mimi, but is being as compliant as possible with paperwork. In her mind, she's already checked out from simply being the company worker bee
Mm-hmm.
but on the outside gives just as much of a picture of normality as possible, while meanwhile in the backdrop, anything that comes across her desk or anybody else's about angels, about demons, about cult worship, anything that feels like information that we have not been fed,
Mm-hmm.
she's definitely doing her best
Showing
to pick up
interest.
on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perfect. We can look into that. Quick question for you, however. Because you're not in the best physical shape upon your return to work, how do you explain that?
These guys are used to seeing, at least when Letitia was in her ordinance era, they're used to seeing her torn up and such. However, this time around, I think she will to throw folks off from suspicion a little bit. I think she'll try almost too hard to go straight to the doc and be like, "Look, I'm feeling a little antsy. I've overdone it. I almost ripped my arm out the other day because I'm trying to push the arm and push the arm. These guys in R&D are giving me hell because they want to pick and prod and poke at me, and I'm getting frustrated. So I want to make it look like it's self-destructive behavior rather than external behavior."
All right. So you're trying to trick Dr. Foster on that.
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll me manipulate someone, which is roll
Ooh.
charm.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's gonna go poorly because that's a -1. Okay. So, but there we go. All right. So that's 7 on the die. -1 is a 6.
So this probably like come up like during consultation with Dr. Foster. She does look very concerned about you. All right. Well, I can check like if our medical team can prescribe anything just to remove at least some of the anxiety.
Yeah,
Would you-
just a little something maybe to take the edge off. I don't need much.
let's pencil in a consult like a like like seance here and consult like later this week. I can probably get you something in the meantime, or at least if any recommendation. And you get a note, and tells you like like if you like and please like can come see me like let's say Thursday 4 p.m. something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's totally compliant. It's like,
yeah,
you got it, Doc. I'm there. I'll be there.
Yeah. And medical gibberish on the sheet. Like sure, I don't, I don't know if like you said fluent in medical gibberish. Probably not.
Probably not. Only snatches that she may have heard from Mimi, but nothing substantial.
Yeah.
No.
And even that's not her field of expertise, right? So.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. So you get mitigation to just maybe like help you like relax at night. Do you take the medication?
No, but I keep it on hand just in case.
All right. Just making sure. Asking the questions.
Ooh, are we at that time of the broadcast? Dear friends, does anybody have that question ready?
No,
No.
we're just waiting. Simon is got disconnected real quick.
Simon just got
disappeared.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
We're still
Ah!
we're still far
we're
off
still
from
in
that.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
still in
Simon
show.
bailed on the session, didn't want to be
Oh
here anymore.
no!
Yeah.
Come back, Simon.
So I'm gonna pour
I
some more popcorn. while I
just
get the
happened
food.
too. Just.
But
I
it's-
just saw
It's a
her.
good segue to if you want to start thinking about a question for later on. Please do.
Oh yeah.
We'll just give it a minute.
Okay. Come on back, Simon. Yep. There's the 1 sec. I see now. Yes. Good. You're good.
Be rude to get a toothpick because I got something stuck in my tooth.
What if we all just stayed super still when Simon rejoined, so that they thought we were all frozen?
Do that.
Well, I mean, on my screen, Keisha is frozen, but she's not in the actual scene, so I'm leaving it alone.
Okay. No problem.
So, how's everyone doing while we wait?
Doing all right.
Eagerly anticipating a dinner that my partner has waiting for me.
Tasty.
I did not eat beforehand. But
Go get your food.
no. I have a thing about first of all, as an actress, you would think I'm used to applying makeup and shit, but the fact it would annoy me to no end to have to reapply my freaking lipstick all over again.
That's fair.
Ah,
I didn't have the energy for makeup. I'm hiding my zip behind my microphone.
oh, girl, what was it? No, I
Well,
mean,
exactly it. The giant one that I've got right here that's hiding behind my microphone.
you know. Mm. Well, other than that, I've slept better in other weeks other than this one. I've been applying like a madwoman, trying to apply for everything from Big Bad Con to writing residency that is in Greece this year, and I've never been. And they're doing a call for all sorts of writers, screenwriters, for film. So trying to get on board with that. Trying to apply for a couple of grants because I want to start my PTRPG company in earnest this year. So
don't even need to change the link. It just popped right back in.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So where were we exactly?
We're just finishing up with what Lakeisha's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the doctor.
Yes. And Lakeisha elects to just take the medication, pocket it, square it away, just in case. But she won't take it though.
Sounds good. All right. Anything else being done?
Not really. I think we probably get really close to the end of the week. Does Percy let Tiffany or anybody else know about his plan, or no?
He specifically told Bia they weren't going to talk about it until everybody was healed up. So at the end of the week, yes.
Okay.
It's not going to be something they do by themselves, but they're going to wait.
I think probably there's at least one morning the weekend before everybody goes back that y'all come out of the room and I'm asleep on the couch with Jimmy. Head in lap, we fell asleep watching TV. I snuck him over.
Oh, there is one thing I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm Googling something real quick.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
terrifying.
I mean, if you Googling for same reason I Google shit, sometimes it is, sometimes it's just because it's fun.
I'm trying to figure out how easy it was to get a pregnancy test in 1980.
Incredibly easy, way easier,
Okay,
almost
cool,
easier
just-
than it is today.
Just making sure. Yeah.
I think Bia does keep some on hand quietly.
Okay.
Um,
Well, because
she's-
Percy was gonna ask Bia if they
Yeah.
could get some, and then he will just he refuses to have a conversation about it. He just leaves the tests on Tiffany's cot
All right.
at some point.
Perfect. Noted. With that in mind, with the documentation you got, are you doing anything with this during that week?
The letter?
Letter and book.
I think. How much does Percy do? Because he promised Tiff that he wouldn't work.
Tiffany probably would have encouraged him to at least like start looking for somebody that can translate it or look for a translation book to start, because that's such
Yeah.
low key work.
Just
Yeah.
English German dictionary, or like just translated word by word. It's gonna make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I do. I do
Yeah.
have the lore library, so I'll use that to attempt to translate. I'll go look through what I have there and see what I can figure out.
All right. Roll me sharp. You don't have you no longer have the issue with it.
Oh, thank God. That was my main stat. I'm back, baby. Let's go. All right. Sure. I got +3 now. I can't fail. I really can't fail. Woo, 12.
I was gonna say you tempt the dice gods.
So
I like tempting fate.
like this, like a English to German dictionary is nothing that you would normally keep in lower library.
Mhm.
You can check any local library. Although last time you went there, it was very weird.
Yeah, I sent Bia to go get a book.
Yeah, Bia will go get it.
You can get one. You probably pretend that, oh, there's a German class or some shit like that.
Mhm.
I think she makes up some bullshit about like heritage, like getting in touch with heritage or something.
All right.
I mean, it's a library. They're supposed to not judge what you take out anyway. You could just
They're
walk up and be
supposed
like, "I'm
to,
checking
but
this
did you
out."
see how much they judged Percy?
That's
Yeah.
because you were
Fair, Percy
weird.
opened his mouth.
Saying like,
Well, he can't help it sometimes.
although like saying getting in touch with heritage, I'm pretty sure in the early 80s, people would probably be thinking about certain aspects that happened a few
Okay,
years.
yeah, that's fair. Maybe not.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
It could just be
Uh,
I'm going to be traveling through Europe and could just tuck it
Yeah.
in with like a French book and a German book and an Italian book and a Spanish book and
So you can get a dictionary like with like other books if you wish to. You have it undercover. As for translating things, I mean, you get some words, but I don't know if any of you like use like dictionaries like to like from one language to the other. Like you will get words.
That's it.
Sometimes like
Right.
putting syntax and structure and making sense of things is
Yep.
like you're able
Correct.
to like get general concept.
Mhm.
It sounds just weird. And
Mhm.
sometimes like word have like double meanings. You're not exactly sure which one you're using. And
Yeah.
German is a great
Like-
language. I love
It's
German.
like using
It's a weird
Google
language.
Google Translate like 4 times. You
Or,
don't get anything.
you were just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Not sponsored by Google.
Not sponsored by Google.
to be fair, we do host everything on YouTube.
You pay us.
So, but a few words here and there you're able to pick up. You don't get like full context of things.
Mm-hmm.
So an actual language expert would probably be wise.
Okay.
But you get a general sense that this is much more organized than just some dude in a bunker trying to summon creature from the other No. This is not a Fairwick bound operation.
Mm.
This is not just here.
Mm.
This is, especially when you look at the address that is on the original letter, like the return sender, seems to be leading to like a PO box somewhere in Paris, France.
They're talking
Right.
in German. All right. Okay. Do I learn anything from the notebook? Do I figure out its secrets?
So how do you like? I'm gonna ask you just because
Uh-huh.
I like seeing your brain work. Okay.
Yeah.
I really do. How would you think that person would try to unlock the secret of a book which showed a page as blank?
I mean, the first thing he does is fucking, National Treasure, lemon juice and heat. That's invisible ink shit 101,
Mhm.
So he'll try that out first.
Yeah.
I assume that doesn't work.
No, there's no result from that.
Okay.
You just make a mess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, his next move is going to tear a little bit from one of the pages in the corner,
Mhm.
and he's going to try and place it in water
Okay.
and see if anything seems to dissolve or move. Like, is there any sort of invisible ink? Is there anything on there that seems to disapparate into the water to prove there's more than just a paper there?
Seems looking at that, it seems to be just very papery.
Then he moves to his last option, magic. So he'll
How do you
firstly,
approach magic?
well,
You
first
non-magic person.
he's feeling a little bit emasculated is not the word because that's not what it is, but down on himself for having no fucking ability to deal with magic. So he's gonna go to the lore library first and see if he can find out anything about this. He'll investigate just by trying to read about like script spells or
Yeah.
anything that could
And
remove
you can
information.
find like there is all sort of story that some things are like hidden
Mhm.
behind like magical spell word or like magical incantation or other things.
Yeah, weird question.
Yes.
Can he lock himself in the thread room with the notebook?
I mean, it's your home. There's nothing
Well,
stopping you
okay,
from doing it.
that's not the weird thing. Can he set it down and try and use magic? His whole thought process here is there is some amount of blood somewhere in him because Tiff has magic. So surely he can figure out this fucking notebook.
I mean,
his whole
Shirley
thought
might
process
be.
here.
I don't know about Percy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Fuck Shirley. Percy's here.
Percy,
Can I
Percy,
make-
you are always magical.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
You may.
Because it's plus weird for magic, which he has like nothing of. Roll a disadvantage. Make him roll 3d6 and take the lower two.
That's fun.
You know what? I like it.
Ooh.
Just,
Okay.
I mean, he's around me enough, and mine just kind of
Yeah.
randomly manifested.
I mean, do you believe in the power of dice, Jay?
You
You
know
believe in the
I
dice
do.
gods.
You know I
Oh,
believe in the
boy.
dice gods, and you know I like challenging them every day.
There you go.
I am pulling up my camera so that I can take a picture as soon as I roll, just in case it's something absurd.
Okay, go for it.
All right, I have my camera ready.
Okay.
Two lowest. No, that is one below a mixed success.
No, you rolled a 6 total with your weird.
My weird is 0, and I rolled a 6.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
gonna send that in the backstage chat.
So
Hold
there
on.
is some semblance of success.
Some semblance of success.
So
okay?
just because it amused me, and I like to be amused.
Okay.
Oh no.
What a way of phrasing that.
Mm.
How does Percy approach is a tepid magic? What does he do exactly?
He's only seen 2 people use magic.
Yeah.
He's seen Kev, who lights her hands on fire. He's seen Cade, who rolls their eyes up into their head and weird shit happens.
Oh boy.
I think he does a mixture of both. He like holds his hands over and rolls his eyes up and just concentrates really hard.
And lights
Alright.
the book on fire.
The book just
Matilda
explodes.
method. I get it.
So
Yikes.
I guess pursue like some work. Get probably frustrated a little bit, right?
Mhm.
Is Percy the kind of person that will lash out a bit physically on things when you get a bit frustrated?
No, I definitely think he's the kind of person who will stare in defeat for a long amount of time, though.
Which part of your body were kind of fucked up during the?
I mean, the leg. His leg got really.
Was
fucked
there
up.
anything any part of you else that was fucked up, like an arm, leg?
I think his left arm got bit when he was getting Lakeisha out.
Probably frustration. Like probably like reopen a stitch or some shit. Blood seems to have an effect on the book. As what if your drop blood like fall on it?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you want to give?
What first? I must ask, what effect was it? Did like the blood get absorbed, like fucking Harry Potter style, or?
Seems to be like temporarily revealing things and fade back in.
I think there's way less hesitation than there should be. He grabs the nearest sharp object and cuts his palm and just holds it on.
It's formulas that appear on there.
Oh boy. Oh,
It's
Percy's
a weird mix of science and magic, what you can tell.
God, okay. Percy's very pragmatic. Does it seem like it's gonna disappear?
With the amount that you gave, it probably will last a minute or two, you feel?
Right, he's got ink on hand. He's gonna hold up his palm, blood, start drawing it on his arm as much as he can.
Alright. There's a whole journal of shit, so
He'll get as much as he can. He's not gonna fucking bleed himself dry, but he knows how to unlock this now, so he can come back to it if he needs to.
Yep.
But he's gonna draw as much as he can now, and then whoever is out in the house, which I'm sure is probably everybody, is just gonna see him like bang out the door and come out covered in blood with a bunch of formulas written all over him really excitedly.
I'm sure like Percy will look like a very normal, insane person for a moment. Like it's gonna,
Yeah.
it's gonna look like the most normal person coming out
Well,
of that
he's
room.
locked in his room, so does he just come out and like let people? Because Tiffany's in the basement.
Yeah, so he's in his thread room, which obviously people have been in at this point. Tiff messed with it, so he knows. So he's just gonna like open it and bang open the door and come out and say, hey. Oh, did Sarah disappear?
Hey, Sarah's camera just worked, and or Simon, excuse me, and they're locked up. So just give it a minute.
Yep.
Let me mark that. Boom. I have a lot of timestamps for this one.
Mm. Yeah, it worked for a second, and then they came back, and then permanent.
Yeah,
work.
it was a perfect recreation of a meme that's been going around. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't know who he is, but it's just a streamer where like he's sitting there, then his camera goes green for a second. When it comes back, he looks so concerned, and then there's just like a loud bang, and it disappears. And Simon perfectly mimicked that. Just
There
then.
was that, yeah, there was that look of concern on
Me
his
trying to
face,
say
yes.
something in the middle of our wrap up during a one shot, and all of a sudden my fucking computer said and kicks me out of the call.
Oh,
It's just, it said you don't get speaking rights. Get out of here.
Basically.
Yep, time for a reboot.
Frank,
Yeah.
I want your opinion while we're waiting.
Yep.
Do we do all high school kids, or do we do neighborhood fuck offs, or what? It is going to be an
Oh.
in canon Fairwick one shot.
good question.
If it's high school kids, I will let you
Ooh.
bring Casey or Jimmy and fuck with them and not be angry about it.
Wait, what one?
Ooh, like Breakfast Club.
We're doing a
Hmm.
one shot for
The charity?
Yeah.
charity on Frank's thing, and I promised to DM an in canon.
That's so fun. I love that.
Good
I was
question.
thinking about maybe doing agents, but I don't want to fuck with the agency too much. I want it to be something like a bunch of fuck offs. Like either it's a bunch of neighborhood people that know cryptids exist and like know there are people fighting it, or potentially a bunch of the kids from the high school because that's the lore that I know best.
Yeah, it could be
I mean,
Breakfast
fuck around
Club
and find
meets
out.
Part of
you
me kind of
know.
like want to like just explore like outside of like in canon but outside, just with like neighborhood fuck ups.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm talking about. Is that either way, it's a bunch of fuck ups that are like in the school because nobody knows what the fuck Tiffany is up to.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I just think
Eh.
it'd be hilarious if it was a bunch of fucking high schoolers because
And it's either gonna be
Good
the
game.
most punk kid or like the nerdiest motherfucker I'm gonna play.
right. Well, that's why I was asking. Would you prefer it to be like neighborhood fuck offs, or do you want it to be high school kids? Because if it's neighborhood fuck offs, it could be a mix of both. I could just very specifically say like we cannot play in canon characters. Like it needs to be like new people. You let me know what you think is better. I have an idea.
I think like just like a neighborhood fuck ups.
Perfect.
And I mean like when I say neighborhood fuck ups, it'd be like
It's a Simon. Welcome back.
I see like just the weird people in their neighborhood can be like Uncle Bob that just yell at clouds.
Oh my God! Will you please play the record store owner?
Oh, Milo Stoner dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
His name
no!
again.
that'll
What's his
work.
name?
Oh no!
I mean, I'm gonna fight your computer.
I will need to look in my notes what his name. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it at some point.
Gary. It's
Yeah,
Gary's Tune Stop is the name of the
Yeah.
thing.
Gary.
Mhm.
Name is Gary.
Gary's
Yeah.
Tune Stop. We all go there all the time.
It's kind of funny because yeah, it makes sense that his name is Gary because in my brain, like the web, although like probably like a slightly different portrayal. I used to work with a guy named Gary.
Really?
Like, dude, well, it was not a snore guy, but like, I basically like see him like as a mix of that person, like other people that I know.
Mm.
I'm excited about it. I'm trying to. I kind of have a general idea of the storyline and where we're gonna land. It's gonna be somewhere like post this, but not far or like during all of this, like kind of thing. Just like a little side quest for some fuck offs in the town that are like, oh, maybe there's shit that goes on here.
That sounds fun. It would be a natural progression from when Percy calls the school or whoever among us calls the school and says, "Oh well, they're down for the count this week," and then you get the fuck offs to the side that kind of look left and they're like, "Yeah, well, I don't know."
Well, no, like the whole idea is supposed to be that they don't know. It's just
Yeah.
randos from town that also get involved with the cryptids.
Just a bunch of like random
okay.
mundane people.
One of them
Gotcha.
saw the alien ham incident from afar, and they've never been the same.
One of them possibly was
Yes.
a victim of it. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Okay. Mhm.
like Gary is our resident like harmless conspiracy theorist.
Right.
So
Yep.
I would be okay with you playing him if you want, Frank. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to. I just think it'd be funny.
Now that you mentioned
It
it, I
does
really
sound
want to fucking
fun.
play Gary.
It
Now
sounds
that you
fun.
mentioned it, I live to play Gary, actually.
Oh my God, no, I've got the perfect thing. It's going to literally be right after what's going on here. It's going to literally be my best employee has gone missing and all of their friends have shown up multiple times and I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm going to go look for them. And then they're going to run into some sort of random fucking cryptid And my community's
He's gonna call his best buds.
money pool because of the incentives.
He's gonna call them the other weirdos in town. They're gonna go into his like very like stoner van,
Mhm.
which is like a hot box and like on wheel.
Yeah, I mean, the man literally owns the town record shop. It's probably going to be like, there we go. Hello, welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
My shit is still being laggy as hell. I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
Your camera's fine. Your voice is
Yeah.
fine.
Camera.
Weird.
Audio is good.
On my end, all the video is laggy as shit.
Okay, so we left off with Percy is either
Yeah, Percy is
notifying people or not
attempting-
notifying.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's not anything that magic work per se, but you kind of figure out an ingredient of like how to make the magic thing work.
yeah. I
Which
assume he
it meant
understands
a bit of
some of
blood.
the science behind
Yeah.
it, but does not understand the magic whatsoever.
No.
So yeah, he'll just come out covered in blood and equations, just like kicking the door and be like, "Hey, somebody, anybody, who's here? Who's here?
What's up?
Hey, I found a book.
What the
Found a
fuck
book. It is
happened?
Oh, I cut my hand. It's okay. It's fine. I have not
Why?
performed any rituals. I don't think. Oh,
Oh
I
my-
might have performed a ritual. Hey, I found out some information from the book that we got in there. Can you help me write this all down? Because this is
Wait.
not the weirdest thing you've ever found me doing. Okay.
Wait.
It's pretty damn
And-
close.
Like Lakeisha, if Lakeisha is there, she would definitely have like just put a hand on your chest. Like, whoa,
What?
why don't you back? First of all, you're cut off from caffeine for the
I've
rest
not had
of
caffeine or sleep in 2 days.
That's
Well, that's-
even worse than I thought. Second,
Uh,
back up to where you said you conducted a what?
I realize now that writing magical symbols on you in blood is a bad idea. I will not do it next time. However, this book has information in it, and it only gets revealed if you pour blood on it, but then it disappears. So I wrote it down very quickly so that we could get a lead.
I put it first saying that blinking all over the fucking floor.
Yes.
Yeah. Gauze.
Yeah,
I'll
please.
get- I'll
Yes,
go
it would
get
be a good
gauze.
idea. I
Just-
found a lead. Okay, I'm excited. I found a lead. We needed one. Yeah, okay. Bandage. the
Hearing
hand,
all the
whatever.
commotion, Tiffany comes upstairs. Dad, what the fuck? What is going on?
Yeah, he needs gauze.
I admit,
She walks
got a
right
little
back
carried
downstairs
away.
and goes and gets the med kit and comes back up from the
Yeah. Yeah.
I admit I got a little carried away, but I found information which I feel is much more exciting than maybe my current state. Okay, I'm fine. Yes, we can bandage. It's fine. But
And
can
she's
I talk
looking at the
about?
stuff on his arm and she's looking at the book and she just shakes her head, walks into the string room and walks out with the Polaroid camera that is sitting right there. You could have just taken pictures.
We all know that magic doesn't show up on cameras. That's a commonly known thing. Okay.
Do we all know that?
No.
No, I made
we
that up
don't.
just to make myself feel smarter.
No,
Okay.
that's not a
Bandage my hand,
thing.
please.
That, I don't think that's a thing.
Tiffany
Oh,
reaches out and
alright.
heals his hand completely.
Everybody knows this is 1980. Technology wasn't invented yet. Okay.
Sure.
Tiffany immediately just like grabs his hand like a little kid holding her dad's hand and heals it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Maybe
Yeah.
smaller cuts. Just take pictures because I'm pretty sure this will show up on camera.
I didn't know how much blood would be necessary, but yes, pictures are a good idea.
Right. But then you started writing them all over yourself. So she's going to like take a picture of him with
Okay,
all of the
hold on.
symbols and be like,
Yeah.
give a
Yeah.
This
good
will not make up for
Me-
some weird police evidence. Like, if somebody finds that,
Meanwhile, cut to Keisha over by the kitchen sink, just like filling a glass with water and just shaking her head, like, what the fuck is and brings
Anyway.
it back.
I say
Great.
we take a day or two, take turns, small little cut is necessary, figure out what's going on, get as many pictures as we can, and decipher from there. Why am I
Agreed.
the level-headed one?
Sure.
I was
Well,
excited.
Here's
guys
a
are
quick
pulling my
question
leg.
though. Should this one be the only one donating blood over here? Or
I'm fine. I
no.
can do it. It's
We can all
take
donate
mine.
a little bit of blood. It's fine.
Yeah, how about, well, okay. Here's another question. In donating blood to this thing, do we know whether or not you just tethered yourself to something?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I should be the only one who donates blood. Ooh, I didn't think about that.
It's
you
fine.
should've.
No, I
I
feel
have
like
a better
it's fair to
idea.
care about that.
I have a better idea.
Okay.
Let's just ask Andrew Malleus.
Didn't we establish that contacting Andy is a bad idea?
It's not necessarily a bad idea, but this is probably something that he can help with. Like, this might be concerning him too.
Well, let's
Because if
not
they're
contact-
after this.
Yeah, okay. Actually, let's not contact him until me and B have been talking about something. Maybe we should all sit down. What time is it? The end of the week? That's crazy. Let's all sit down and talk about.
Drink your water, please.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's all talk about. Hold on. Swallowed wrong.
You know that was not a shot glass, right?
Everything's a
Just
shot
be
glass to me.
happy that he's drinking water.
True.
Let us all talk about what our plans are moving forward, because me and Bia have actually been talking about what we might do next, and we have an idea which may involve our friends trying to track Andy in the first place. So,
Excuse me?
again, let's talk about it all, because I didn't mean to just drop it like that. Yeah, we should talk to the angels about helping us. But sure, fuck it. We'll just pitch it like that.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to the help, but if they lay one hand on Cade or Andy,
Yes,
I will not be responsible for what I do.
I agree 100%. The idea is we go talk to them, because wait, I don't think they're hunting Andy. I think they got confused, or Andy got scared, but they're hunting whatever it is we ran into. So if we help them with that, maybe they owe us a favor and they leave Cade alone. Just a thought.
We do need to be careful with them. After all, the reason we went to go to the church is because I saw in a vision one of their statues with blood at it. That's worrisome.
Is that worth mentioning to them at all?
I don't know.
This is what I'm talking about. We don't know what they know. We don't know what they're doing. We need information. And the best way to do it is just to talk to these folks.
Yeah, because we also don't know what they want.
Exactly.
Not all of what they want.
And I threw out, and I will be clear that I understand any hesitation for this, but please hear me out. I threw out to Bia that maybe I should be the one to talk to them, because out of everybody, they have the least reason to be threatened by me. And I'm pretty sure that God said, "Thou shalt not kill." So I think just killing a random human would probably be against their code.
They've done it
Theoretically.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the 10 Commandments, and that's man to man. God tends to be pretty vengeful.
Well, I will go to church before I go talk to them, and
How about we talk
I'll
to
do a
Andy
confession.
first?
again, we talk. I just don't want us to reach out to Andy and then maybe put a target back on Cade's back. That's
It
what I'm
won't be
worried about.
Cade, it'd be me.
That's still a problem.
Well, then yours.
But all I'm saying is, imagine if somebody came to us and said, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you," and we happen to know that they recently talked to our enemy.
I mean, he protects Cade and by default protects us, right? Like, that's part of this. That's part of the deal.
How much can he help us if he's with Cade, not with us right now?
Right, but I'd like to give him a heads up if we're going to be working with somebody that could potentially hurt her or him.
They may. I'm just worried about setting them against us. That's all. I don't want to give them a reason to mistrust us.
Any more than they may already.
Exactly.
I think the idea to confront them, speak to them in person is a good idea. Sending only you to go?
No, I'm going. with.
Not great. Not great.
Okay.
Not feeling that. I feel like at least
I'm not gonna
two
fight.
out
I'm
of
not
us.
gonna fight you if you think that way. Like I understand and I respect it. The thing I'm worried about is, well, frankly, you're all very threatening, and I don't want them to take you as a threat and start something. Because, to be frank, I think in a fight we don't really stand a chance against some fucking angels. We couldn't
Well,
take
then
Andy.
we're not that threatening, then, are we?
Well, I don't know.
I think as two, it will be okay. I hope, anyway.
All I'm
mean,
saying is
they're-
I don't think we could beat Andy in a fight, and he ran. So, these guys are way above our pay grade, which is why it would be nice to have them on our side, but I do not want them to think that we pose a threat. And we don't have to pose a threat physically to them. Obviously, we don't. But there's a possibility that they look at this and say these humans are meddling too much and they might cause some issues, and they just remove the issue.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable doing this without talking to him first. He's been on our side the whole time. He really helped me get out of that entire situation.
he has, but the other thing you might want to remember is angels. If there is a way for them to have been tracking any of our movements at all, if we go meet with Andy first, I mean, you never know. They could smell him on us. You know?
They were
Or-
literally in the room while I tried to call him and they didn't do anything about it.
Then
But not
if-
necessarily because they were intimidated by that, I don't think.
No, it's not because they were intimidated, but
Then what if Percy and I go somewhere else first, and Tiff talks to Andromalius? We come back if there's something major that we need to talk about, and then we can go talk to angels.
why don't you all
Yes.
just go for a drive and why don't all of y'all just go for a drive and go find out where they are?
I don't get the feeling it's going to be that difficult to find them.
I mean, technically, all you gotta do is pray, don't you?
That was my thought. Go to the church and pray. They already know me. I mean, like Tiff said, we met them. It's not going to take a lot to go and get their attention, I assume.
We briefly
Okay.
interacted.
I'm willing to trust you, Tiff, on the fact that maybe Andy needs to be alerted by this. But we run a huge risk by doing that.
I know.
But let's be fair, we weren't going to talk to the angels and pretend that we weren't a friend of Andy's anyways. So, it's not like
Yeah.
it changes a lot. So we talked to Andy, contact the angels, hopefully get some allies in this goddamn shit. We all in agreement?
Agree.
Tiffany marches down to the basement and goes and takes a shower and starts getting cleaned up. Because she knows better than to try to call him and not be, like, pristine.
I should probably also get cleaned up. I imagine talking to angels
Yes.
looking like this is a bad idea. I will
Angels
go
give
wash.
far less of a shit.
I think going
Ugh.
down looking like this might just be a bad idea.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that these are magical symbols associated with a cult of a dead god, so that's not gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
well
fair.
at all.
You need to go take a shower. and
I
wash
will
that
go
off.
get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Tiffany hogs all of the hot water.
Percy grumbles about it the whole fucking time.
And
Always cold water.
she will start preparing the basement and wait until everybody is gone. And turn all the lights in the house off and wait.
Alright, so you're gonna do that. First, to be on Lakeisha, you're going in down to Bray.
I think we're just taking a drive for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just taking a drive. Percy is definitely on prayer duty because God, angels, or anybody that would listen has not heard a prayer from Lakeisha in too long.
That's fair. That's
Probably a
fair.
good idea to go get dinner. Maybe go get dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go find one of these restaurants in town. Go to Poppy's and order food. That'll take long enough.
Alright. Alright.
She will, as soon as she hears cars pull out of the driveway, she lights the candles, cuts her thumb, rubs it on the candle, lights it, and starts chanting.
Roll me some weird.
Where the fuck did I put my phone? Shit,
Let's
there
get
it is.
weird, baby.
Find my phone. I had to roll a thing. Sorry, I'm trying to math. 11. No, 12. 12.
All right.
That plus 3 weird is a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing indeed.
She's got the book in her lap.
Okay. Which the book that Percy. Okay. You. You connect to something. It's a similar like sensation as when you personally connect it.
Yeah, I've got that big yellow candle that is keyed to him.
Yeah.
And I'm doing his specific chant.
However,
I don't like however. Uh-oh.
it seems like the connection seems to be more distant. Like he acknowledged connection or communication, but even though he let his presence know, it is not as strong as last time.
She chucks the book, like, out of the stealth circle.
Still empty.
Andy, I know you're there. I can feel you. We're really worried. We may have to call for help from something that's directly opposite of you, and I don't want to, but Dad thinks it's the right idea, and we're gonna make them promise that they don't hurt you or hurt Cade, but we need to know that you're okay with us asking for help, because whatever this is bigger than all of us. She's just talking to the darkness. She's
Yeah. As you are sitting in that darkness, look, little candlelight flickers a little bit. You, I was sitting here.
She's like crisscross applesauce right in front. Well, no, she's probably kneeling in front of the candle.
You feel something like touch your ankle and like then like going like in front of your towards your knee and a bit more towards your back, like going around you, like there's something crawling and climbing on you.
She sits still. She stays still.
So, I suppose however, I mean, perhaps a temporary armistice can be agreed. But
I don't want to do it if you're not okay with it. But I don't.
oh dear child, whether it is today or in a million years, whatever happened will happen. Calm them.
I won't
Who
let them
knows?
hurt you or Cade.
Maybe they know a bit more. Where I'm now, I don't think they can hurt me.
Okay.
However,
Do you know what this thing is that we're trying to
You-
stop?
Chucked it out, right?
Yeah, well, I chucked the book out, but it was there for a minute. Like when the connection was made, it was there. I just chucked the book away to try to. I don't even know if it left the ring. I can't see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there to keep stuff in
Yeah.
and not out, but I don't know if it was able to get out or not. I just chucked it away from me because I was worried it was forcing it. It was preventing him from being able to talk to me.
This is a very, very bad thing.
We got to stop it. Yeah.
I suppose for your sake, I would.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it fuck up the balance of everything if it came through, even for you?
I do believe we would oddly tip the scale. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it would be in anybody's favor.
Keep them safe, okay?
I will. I am.
Thank you. And I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, you don't. Just that they like to pay attention to things.
Yeah, I've noticed.
The more we talk, the more I have to move. Well, not me, but you know what I mean.
I won't say anything. I won't call you again if you don't want me to. I didn't want to do this without you knowing about it because that just didn't feel right because they were looking for you first.
Don't worry. When the time comes, we're gonna be there.
Thanks.
Anything you wish to tell her?
That we miss her and we love her and we hope that they're home soon.
All right.
Thank you.
And like last time, that snake, you have the sensation that it's swallowing you. And back in that room, very dark, very fucking dark.
She uses the salt on the floor to clean up the blood.
Yeah.
Bandages herself up. Where's the book?
It was right on the line. You do notice that some of the salt, like where it's scattered, seems to like almost avoid the book.
Noted. So it kept it in, but probably a good idea. She cleans everything up. She puts the book on a table in the lower library and surrounds the entire book with salt. As soon as she notices that, she puts it somewhere where she can keep everything in, and she does whatever chants and stuff she needs to do to cover the entire area around it with salt, so whatever's in there can't get out, at least for now, while we figure shit out. She cleans up and waits for everybody to get home.
All right. So, the rest of you, are we going to have dinner and some shit?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anything that you wish to talk or bring back home?
Yeah, I figured they were going to get dinner and come home because they don't know how long it was going to
Yeah,
take.
we'll get food for Tiff, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. We're not monsters. Come on.
Yet.
We just kill them.
I think Bia's just she's quiet for pretty much the whole time, and I think she is praying. Not anything super specific, just yeah.
Sounds good. All right. What's the next part of the plan?
Well, we'll connect with Tiff and make sure everything went okay.
I'm assuming she will summarize roughly the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they get home and walk in the door, she's gonna look at Percy and just be like, "Do it."
Okay. We doing this here? Or we going to a church?
I don't care, but the book is currently being protected in the basement.
Protected how?
And surrounded by salt. I took it with me. It got near the salt ring and the salt just scattered. It wouldn't let it out of the ring, but the salt does not want to touch it, so I have salt around it to protect it.
Yeah, nobody. Jesus Christ, nobody put any blood on that. That would be stupid as hell. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a good idea to do anything to invoke them here. No, I'm sure they know things, but I don't think it's a great idea to just directly invite them into our base.
I agree.
Correct.
I don't
So
know
I
what their
think-
rules are, but going to their house feels a lot more like we're actually approaching them
Right.
rather than trying to
Also,
lead them
Dad, you were
somewhere.
right. I'm not pregnant. It's fine.
Kiddo,
Hmm.
we're gonna have
I
a
know.
talk about timing, okay? We're gonna have a talk about timing. I'm happy for you. Thank you for telling me.
I mean, we might as well just clear the air before you ask them about that in the middle of what you're talking about. So,
I'm gonna be
That's
honest. I was not
very
gonna ask a
fair.
bunch of angels about what happened to my daughter and if she was pregnant. That was not on my mind. The pregnancy was on my mind, but asking the angels about it was
that's
not.
the reason I thought I might be. What the fuck, Dad?
You've been spending a lot of time with Jimmy.
I ain't
don't know.
slept with him.
I don't
Okay,
know.
we're going to church. Come on.
Y'all need Jesus.
I'm trying to be a fucking supportive father. I'm just like mumbling, kick open the door, and go. We drive to the church.
I climb in the back seat and I'm like banging my head on the back of the driver's side.
Just Lakeisha just walking out to the car, just more shaking of the head at this point.
We
Dad,
go
have you
to
ever
the
read the
church.
fucking Bible? Do you know what happened the last time the angel Gabriel came down to Earth? Do we know this story?
To be clear, the Bible was written by over 100 people, and I guarantee you that most of them got it wrong. Okay.
Well, yes.
Plus,
So
they were
I'm-
all men.
I assumed,
This is true.
yes, they were all men, and men are terrible at writing, very boring. Point is, Jane Austen's actually an incredible writer, one of my favorite authors. That's not the point. I have never in my life trusted anything the Bible said. Even when the angel showed up, I did not trust what the Bible says, and I continue.
Look, I don't
to not
either, but
trust
that shit freaked me out, okay? I'm sorry.
it. That's fair. It is fair to be freaked out. I also didn't apologize to you for yelling. God, fuck. It has been a long week. Let's do this whole angel thing, yeah?
Yeah, maybe we go pray.
Let's go pray to a God who has not been listening. Great, let's go. Drive to the church.
We are the most fucked up family in the history of fucked
This
up
is
families, and I love
so
it.
wild.
Right.
Oh, yes, that's the idea.
Yeah. Let's hope. I pray to the angels and Jesus descends.
While on the ride over, Lakeisha says to Thea, which one of the not that it may make a difference, but which of the angels did you say that you saw in your dream before? Like,
That is a good question. Let me check in my notes because I know that Frank told me which one and I don't remember.
Told you.
He did.
Do you want me to like have mercy on you and tell you?
Yes, please.
please.
It was good old Michael.
It was Michael.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If my
Um,
memory is good.
Yeah, it was Michael. Okay.
All right.
I found it in
Fair
my
enough.
notes. And she goes, Michael.
Well, if you're gonna drop that bomb on them, do it as gently as you can. But it would be interesting to see their response, their reaction. Because, when's the last time you heard in the Bible that an angel would be sending a would-be prophet? Ooh, that word hits a little. That's interesting. Are you a prophet now? Is that what's happening? When's the last time that you heard in the Bible that the angels would send a
Maybe
prophet?
we don't go in the church. Maybe we just stand in the cemetery. It's consecrated ground.
Yeah,
That's not a bad
you
idea.
know.
Just go to the
To be
back
fair,
corner where that old tree is.
to be clear, if there's anything going on with Bia, they're gonna know. If that's happening, that's part of God's plan. I don't think we have that like as a card underneath our sleeve. They're gonna be aware of that.
No, yeah, I think they know the way they
They don't touch
looked.
Kate or Andy.
No.
They leave them alone. That's part of the deal.
I
Yeah.
feel like we're walking into this with very little cards up our sleeves.
Shit, you want me to call him? I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm just irritated.
I would actually prefer you didn't. Again,
Especially if you're
practitioner of the dark
irritated.
arts.
It's
I
not
will
a dark
try.
art, it's magic.
Look, these are fucking angels from
Okay,
the
and?
Bible.
What are they doing but magic?
They're not gonna see it that way. Think about any time they treated anybody in the. Again, I don't really trust the Bible, but the point is if we are to believe the Bible, there's not a great history. Okay. All I'm saying is,
They already know who I am.
Traditionally-
I already lit my hands up in front of them. What are they gonna do? I'm not worried about it, but if you want to call them, let's just get it over with.
I agree with that.
They pull into pull into the church, and Bia's like, and actually, you know what, it's probably better we don't go inside anyways, because I never did manage to get with the youth group and organize that co-op
It's only
thing.
been a couple
So
of weeks. It's fine. It'll be. That
Eh.
takes months to plan out, so I'm sure they're not going to
Yeah.
do much right now.
yeah, still though, I don't need to get trapped in another conversation about it.
Yeah.
Consecrated ground sounds good enough to me.
Sounds good. Let's go.
And it's late, right? We're trying to go over there. It's like late at night, like Saturday night or whatever.
Yeah,
mean,
it's is the sun down at this point?
If
you
we'd
want
had
it to be.
dinner, probably.
I
Why not-
like
you
the
know-
idea of the sun being down. It's fun.
Let's wait till after midnight and make it so that it's Sunday.
Yeah, you know what? Great idea. I like that. Let's do that.
Okay,
All right.
that's fair enough.
And once it is midnight, probably like as soon as, because we're all pretty anxious about this. Percy's just gonna look at everybody and say, have my back, I guess. I don't fucking know. And then he'll just take maybe 10 steps away from them and drop down slowly on his knees and go, we ready?
Whenever you are, Pops.
All
got
right,
your
don't call
back.
me Pops.
We got you.
And he'll clasp his hands together, lean his head down, and go, "Hey, God, long time no talk. There's a specific reason for that, but guess what? We are currently fighting your rival and your competition. So if you ever wanted to try and actually give a fucking helping hand, maybe send your lackeys to talk to me, and I'll wait."
Tiffany is cackling.
And we
She is
and we
leaning
were
against a very tall headstone, laughing and cannot breathe.
and we were going for a less aggro approach.
I'm
No, I
sorry.
feel
Once
like
it started
aggro
coming
is
out, once it started coming out, it just started coming out. Okay, you don't understand.
All right.
How long are we waiting before someone else has to
I
step
didn't
in?
realize, but I think I got beef with God. Okay, give me a second.
You take the
I
freaking
was gonna
number.
say, I think Bia was praying it a little bit more specifically now, and now it has also added, and please don't throw a lightning bolt at Percy.
Please don't smite him.
Please
Oh,
don't smite this dipshit.
Forgive him, God, for he does not know.
Oh,
Yes. Correct.
those actually trying to communicate. Please roll. I guess roll be weird.
Yeah, we're
Can
the
I help
paradise,
Percy?
okay.
Hey, I get a
I think
flat
Percy's
weird
beyond
now.
help, but okay.
I'm gonna- what are we rolling to get him the +1?
I think it's
Let's go. I rolled a 10.
Help out is cool.
yeah,
I thought it was
nice.
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I stand there and I look at the sky and I'm like, throw us a fucking bone, why don't you? And I immediately roll dog shit.
Oh,
Oh, Oh no.
Okay, I'm rolling.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Oh no. 3 a turd, not a bone.
I'm rolling weird. I'm rolling
I mean,
weird.
might
Here
get
we
a
go.
bone.
Might get boned.
And obviously it hasn't in a hot minute, so
Oh my god.
how bad is it,
What did you
Dad?
roll?
Oh dear. That face is telling the tale.
So the
You rolled
only
a 12, motherfucker.
What?
Percy know
Okay.
exactly how to pray. Look, that's how us pagans pray. That's a whole other thing,
I-
though.
okay,
so,
right.
I mean,
That's
Christians
my
and pagans
God.
pray a lot differently. We usually cuss at our gods. Most of
It
them. There's
turns
some
out-
of them you need to respect a little harder than the others, but
It turns out if you want God to answer you, just make him really mad.
I mean, that's biblically accurate.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we have
Let my people go, plague.
right. Let's see what the answer is. Correct. Yeah.
God, my people need water. Let me hit this rock really hard. Oh, now I have to wander the desert for 40 years. Great.
All right. So we're specifically calling for.
I was talking to God, whatever that means. The
Hoping that
Hebrew
angels show
God.
back up.
And I was specifically calling him, telling him to send his lackeys, whatever that means.
I'm sure that intent is behind that. So
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the all-knowing God would know that I meant the angels, but whatever that ends up being.
I mean, we pagans are highly aware and conscious
Okay,
of
all right.
intention.
So okay, I'm good. That's 12, right?
12 for some reason.
that is a
Okay.
very major
For some
success.
reason. And then also,
For what
Via
it's
rolled a
worth,
10, so.
10.
Mhm.
Okay. For unrelated reason, can you
Mhm.
also roll me again, Percy, another weird?
I can. I feel like I just convinced the universe
And
for
this
the
is
12.
not something that anybody can help out.
Okay, I just convinced the universe for 12, so I'm terrified. Oh. Well, that first roll isn't great. Let me roll the second one because it fell off. Okay. Can I ask
Balance.
why before I tell
What?
you the answer?
Can we offer
mean,
to
can I
help
ask
before you
why?
spill the beans?
We can't help.
Oh no!
I got a 3 total. Again, I have a
Okay.
0 weird. So
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, no worries.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
It's fine. All fine.
See you guys next season.
Will we though?
No, maybe with a new character.
And God's hammer dropped.
The night is it's a fairly, like, it's not the coldest night, but it's not, like, warm by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But Percy, it feels a bit warmer in your heart right now. Feels a bit nicer. It's not has nothing to do with, like, when you drink liquor. It's just, it just feels nice. You notice, like, nearby there is what appears to be, like, almost like an older fella, just next to, like, tombstone, and seems to be praying.
Okay.
You're the only one that can currently see it.
I think Percy stares for a long moment and looks back at everybody else. Do you get... Should I go talk to him?
Talk to who?
That answers my question, thank you. Okay, I will slowly stand up, brush off my knees, and go... Just slowly approach the tombstone he's sitting in front of and go... You wouldn't happen to be... God, would you?
And as you say that, like, the figure, like, looks at you with, like, wrinkled face but very gentle eyes. And smile a bit at you. No. I'm not.
Right, not Yahweh. Okay. Cool. Are you a ghost?
And he reach for your hand.
I'll grab it.
It's very physical.
Okay, well, enough with the 20 questions. Which I don't think was a game that was invented yet. Who are you?
I'm simply a messenger.
Ooh, that's vague enough to be Christian. Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wow. I've been trying to break Jay all fucking season. Here, Jay goes.
All you
Break
had to
all of the ex-Christians in one shot.
Wow.
Breaking my voice. God.
Holy shit.
do-
Voice
Okay,
drop
ma-
engage.
Message.
Oh my god.
It's just that easy. That's how you do it. That's how you
There you
Oh my god, you got it.
So-
Anyway,
Mm.
we're solving transition goals just that easily.
Woo!
If only.
go.
I'm sorry. Okay. Messenger for who? Specifics would be super cool right now.
Made it, Paul, didn't you?
Okay, thank you. That is helpful. Still vague.
As you like, I was gonna say, as Percy grabbed that man's hand, you are now able to see the figure.
Oh, everybody is, or just
Yeah, they're able to see it.
okay?
Whoa! What the?
He's a messenger. No harm intended yet. Stand by.
Are we all seeing this now? Like, I mean, just materialized out of nowhere.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay, Mr. Messenger Man from above. What is the
Define
message?
messenger man from above. Who are you?
I think it was very clear what that meant. Who else could I possibly be referring to other than Messenger Man from above?
you did not get.
That's really vague, Dad.
Yeah, well, it's all
Yeah.
I've gotten so far. He's all
Okay. All right. All right.
Anyways,
What's the message?
what is the message?
You want help, don't you?
Yes. I'm sorry, just that's very, you could just be asking, do you want help with your math test or something? Help with, are we talking about the same thing here?
You know, Percy, it's never really that polite to ask somebody for help until you get a name.
I do believe that we're talking about the same thing. It's what you found recently, haven't you?
Yes.
What? Recently. And you can see that he's looking at you quite intently, Percy.
Yes, about a week ago. Specifically 8 days
Not a
ago.
week ago.
Huh?
Day.
Okay, I'm gonna be very pedantic now. Now I'm being specific. Today meaning right now because it is past midnight, or today meaning Saturday, the day where I read a certain book.
You've done more than reading.
Okay. Technically, yes. I did spill blood on a book, if that's what you're referring to. It would be so helpful if you could be a little more specific for me here, man.
Poor child.
Okay.
You have faith.
Is it sacrilegious of me to say undecided?
everything can be forgiving at times.
Great. Good to know the forgiveness thing is still the brand. Yeah,
He has faith in us.
I
Look,
do
he
have
just
faith in my
speaks up.
friend. Yes, she speaks the truth.
And we have faith in each other.
Percy considers that and sort of falters for a second. Goes, yeah, faith in each other.
Then we'll help.
Great. Who is we? Is it part of, like, is it the 11th commandment to never answer a question directly?
Tiffany butts in.
It's on the missing tablet.
Yeah. Is it like on the back? Did they not read the back?
Yeah,
No one ever reads the fine
They
print. It's
never
just-
read a term of service.
Yeah.
Real quick, Mr. Messenger Man, I'm a lot saltier than he is. But for his peace of mind, more so than mine, am I considered evil and cursed? Are we good?
How would you be?
Lights her hand on fire, because I can do shit.
Yes, we know.
Yeah. Will you please tell him that it's not some sort of weird dark art that's going to get me cursed for the rest of my life?
Okay, forgive me. Christians don't have a great record with witches. Ever read of
Right,
Salem?
that's Christians, not actual, like, deities. That's...
Well,
Now, we are often misrepresented by some mortal.
then fucking check your shit and get on that.
I do
Sorry,
believe they're trying.
I've had a
I
really...
just wanted to make sure
I'm s-
because this man is so worried about this being a dark art that's going to get me killed by your boys who are hunting my friend.
Look,
That's
thank
kind
you.
of part of this. They
There
gotta
is a
stay out of that.
precedent. They're hunting our friend. There's a precedent for this concern.
So,
While
I
you're
think this is
busy,
beside your inquiry here. You are looking for help.
Yes,
Would the thing
Health.
beyond the void?
Yes.
Yes.
yes,
I think.
They are aware of this is in part why some of my brethren are around.
Okay.
This may not be the greatest time for humanity, but we wish to. It is. They say that in the great design of things, this year or this period of time should not be the end.
Okay.
But some force are working against this design. And we, just as much as you, wish to put a stop to it.
Is that why you gave Bia the bat?
And he turns towards Bia. Somebody asked for it. And he turns towards you, Tiffany. We understand that one of your companions may be connected with what in greater balance things is the force that oppose us. Our goal is not to destroy her, but to save her.
That's her decision and her choice.
As all mortal have free will.
Leave her and leave Andy alone. He doesn't want this any more than anyone else does. This is bigger than everything, and the balance has to be maintained.
We agree.
Ceasefire?
As we must. For the balance must remain.
Can we talk with the two who've been in our town?
They're elsewhere, but I can communicate. Yes.
One more question. Are you aware of what mortal souls are up there?
All of them?
One in particular.
I do not
His
work.
name was Marcus Howell.
Do you talk to him?
Occasionally when I am feeling low and I wonder what really happened to him the night he died. Sure.
And do you
But I really
truly
don't
listen?
know. Listen, I don't know, between hoodoo, magic, benevolence from on high, I don't get any visions or anything reaching out to me like that. I am blood and bone and metal. If you're asking me, have I heard a response? No, but I guess that doesn't stop me from still having that talk every once in a while. Just I gotta know if I'm talking to him while he's looking down from up there, or is his soul elsewhere?
Next time, truly listen. You will have your answer.
Your answers so far have been benevolent, patient. Your warriors were less so. So I'd just like to get clarification. If you're willing to give Acacia an answer like that, if you're willing to give Andy some amount of reprieve, let's be clear. Are we allies in this?
For as long as our path does not oppose, we can walk together in the sand.
Yeah, well, our path is all about protecting humans. So if our paths don't oppose, maybe ain't as bad as you seem. But I'd like to make it clear that it is our goal to protect people. Can we please get a little bit more answers about Bia Doesn't have to be right now. I understand you're just a messenger, but I don't know, do the fucking paperwork, cut through the red tape. Could we get a little more answers on what this bat means? Because it's a heavy toll for her.
And who asked for it?
Thank you.
That wasn't
As
me.
you ask for that question, Bia, the older gentleman approaches you and puts his hand like that in front of you.
I walk up and hold Percy's hand.
Hold it tight.
She hesitates for just a moment and puts her hands in his.
So you can see like his hand, like they're old but in your hands in this moment, they don't feel like what they seem. It's been quite some time since you felt those hands. I believe you have your answer.
I think she doesn't say anything, just tears. And she just nods and breaks contact and says, Doug always was getting me in over my head.
And he gave a glance towards Percy, and while still talking to you, Bia, keep an eye on him.
Oh well.
For his sake and you.
That's the idea.
Hopefully do not dabble too deep. And the men disappear.
Am I the only one who's just really fucking in shock that God answered?
I mean,
I mean, that was instant. Like, I made one prayer and he was there. Fucking.
and that's not a prayer that I've ever heard.
It's like the Old Testament, like the edition they didn't release.
I am going to take Tiff's hand, which is still in mine, and just like grab it a little bit firmer and pull her in and just wrap my arms around her for a second and hug her and say, hey, I love you, okay?
I love you too, Dad.
Sorry for being an asshole.
You're not. You're just looking out for me.
No, I am an asshole and I'm not going to stop, but I love you anyways.
She
Let
just kind
go.
of holds him. She doesn't let go.
Yeah, I let go for a second. Oh, okay.
And Lakeisha puts an arm around Bia and says, "Did he just give you a message from Doug?"
Not. Oh my god, I just touched an angel. Oh my. And he felt like Doug. Okay. Oh, I am.
I touched an angel and he felt like Doug.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this was a gesture of goodwill, of good faith. I guess this is the most we could expect. It was definitely more than I expected.
I am equal parts encouraged and terrified. Because at one point, I think we just got the Christian God on our side. On the other, he felt it was necessary to answer. And that means he also needs help.
Yeah, that's. Oh boy.
I mean, the Christians talk a lot about being warriors for God. Is that who we are now?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. I am ready to have the Book of Percy in the Bible. Because I'm going to pen my own chapter.
Tiffany's just like shaking her head, like buried in Percy's chest.
Do you have something to say?
2 steps to the right and looks to the sky, awaiting the lightning bolt.
Oh, please. If he was going to smite me, he would have done it when I insulted him personally.
Listen,
All right.
in his own time, okay? Not yours. All right? That's all I'm saying.
All right. So, anything else that you wish to attend here in this holy ground?
Dad, I
Some-
want to just go home.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out what's next.
So I'm assuming that you are slowly but surely going to your individual homes, right?
Well, as everyone's leaving the cemetery, Lakeisha has mentioned that
Mhm.
she hasn't been to this church in a long time. Not since she was a child. She hangs back a minute and she walks over to a gravestone smaller than most of the rest. Got a little moss and ivy, kind of that plus recent weather and snow and whatnot clears it away. And on that tombstone is the name of her father, Marcus Howell, loving father and friend. And she says, I don't know if you can hear me anytime I try to talk. But what's coming is you and I didn't always get along while I was growing up. Sure didn't deserve to die the way. And I vow to make sure that I and for what it's worth. I love follows everything.
So, stand there, you talk to him. You know that sensation, like if you're like standing somewhere and somebody like walks behind you, right? Like they're like just close enough that they don't necessarily touch you, but you can still like, tell that somebody just walked behind you.
And you almost say, oh, excuse me, just,
Yeah,
just not even thinking about it.
you get that feeling.
And Lakeisha looks around.
I mean,
Does she
everybody
see
else is around the
anybody?
left, right? You don't see anybody, but you felt that there was somebody. Like, it might just be your imagination. Who knows? It's been a long, weird day. Actually, it's been a long, weird couple of days.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a moment, you felt like somebody just like walked by you.
Does it feel like a benevolent presence? Does it have any sort of energy to it? Or just the brush and that's all she feels?
Doesn't feel like it's bad. Feels actually kind of nice for a bit.
kind of grabs her shoulder, almost like in a self-soothing kind of way,
Yeah.
and then walks out, follows everyone out.
Assuming the rest of you are going home as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is where we're gonna more or less enter like episode / season epilogue-ish. Let's start with Tiffany. What exactly like are you doing as you get home? Or like within like next day or so?
I mean, it's Sunday. Tiffany probably goes back to sleep. She probably sleeps
Mhm.
most of the day because she's still healing. And she just kind of is starting to get ready to go back to school.
Mm.
Obviously, she's had the flu for a week. So she's, just making sure that like all the bruising is covered and healed and make sure that she's ready to head out and just start her week and continue to pretend like life
Yeah.
is just completely normal. She probably goes and hangs out with Jimmy a little bit.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoons is usually a good time for the two of them to hang out. And yeah, I mean, she's just getting ready to go back to school and then she will go back to school and return to her usual everyday routine.
So as you like, go back to your routine, like hang out with Jimmy, like things seems to be like as normal as they can appear. It's not something that you really catch. It's like, oh, I don't know. I want to put it a bit like as something they don't really notice. But like if you're like are looking away somewhere or like walking away, Jimmy's paying a lot more attention to you than he, like, well, not that he's not used to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you could see, he would seem to be genuinely worried. He knows that you can do really cool shit, but he's no fool, right?
No, he's a smart kid.
He's a smart kid. He's smarter than he let us on. And he seems to be very worried.
I'm gonna assume they're probably like at his house or something.
Hmm?
I'm gonna guess they're probably like at his house because she probably just went
Yeah,
over there. It's way more
probably.
comfortable.
Uh,
She'll just kind of snuggle up next to him and just be
Yeah.
like, "You okay?"
yeah, everything's fine. Just, I guess we're tired from practice and all. But fine. Are you fine?
It's been a really hard week.
I know I'm hungry too.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about this week has just been rough. It's a lot happened. But we're trying to get to the bottom of stuff. So
Well, hopefully, you're not gonna put yourself in danger, because I mean, not more than you did, because you think I'm, no offense, but you seem kind of fucked up.
yeah, I got pretty hurt last week. I didn't want you to worry about it. It was more than what we bargained for, I think. We handled it. Told you shit gets a little weird.
Yeah. I mean, weird. I mean, it might be like weird question. Like, is Mr. Harris being weird with you?
Mr. Harris?
Yeah, like the dude that the teacher that is there temporary, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I really haven't paid that much attention.
I mean, I know, just like seems to be paying a lot of attention to you. Like he's not like being creeped out, right? Or creep, right?
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention. Is he like watching me or something?
I mean, some people say like, but I don't know. Like
I mean, if there's some old dude creeping on me, I can just tell Dad.
Mr. Harris is not an old man.
Not an old man.
He's like a younger like teacher.
Which teacher? Which one of my teachers?
It's your history teacher.
My temporary history teacher. I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know him that well, but I'm just kind of trying to get through my stuff, you know. I haven't really noticed, but I'll pay more attention.
All right.
If you spot something, let me know.
Yeah. Like, give me a weird vibe.
Okay. Well, I'll pay more attention to it, and I'll let Miss Bia know. You know, get my name changed.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't want to be a Tate.
I mean, not all dates are bad.
Yeah, well, my dad's kind of a piece of shit. Well, my stepdad's kind of a piece of shit. I don't know. It's
Yeah, the other one is
weird.
very scary. But yeah, all right. Well, are you asleep? Like, are you like crashing here tonight, or are you going back home?
Oh,
I know if you crash here, it will be like, which I would like to. I think like you might murder me.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would. Hang on. And she grabs the phone and calls Percy's house.
All right. So, yeah. Whatever happened over there.
Are we answering?
I don't know.
You know what? I think we can just leave that hanging there because it's funny.
Okay.
And she fully plans on staying at Jimmy's house.
Bia. What's one thing that you're doing over the next few days?
Well, she's going to church that morning. Not the Catholic one. She's going to her home church. What do we call it? The Fairwick United Methodist. I think
I have
is
it
what the
pulled
name
up.
was.
Something like that. It's a building with a name.
I know the last 3 words of it are United Methodist Church.
Fairwick United Methodist Church.
There you
Cool.
go.
Pastor John Nuts.
Kuntz.
Kuntz. Well, I mean, I've seen it pronounced either way, and I'm dyslexic. So there you go.
I was gonna say it's Kuntz.
There you go. My dyslexia took over.
All right. Just doing your thing, praying, and
Yeah, she's trying to have a little bit of normalcy, as much as she can.
I'm assuming Percy don't usually go there, right?
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, you're afraid to walk in and burn. Are
Not
you
to
sitting
mention-
alone, Bia?
Yeah, like she has a couple like her childhood friends that stayed around. Another family that once I get my doc up, I can tell you the names.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to. As you like do your thing, it's been a long time since you felt probably that nice and comfortable at church. As you walk back home, like not walk back home, drive back home, and like open door for his house, I can assume like Percy being probably there, like reading some bullshit, drinking coffee. Your right hand, yeah. Feel like for a moment it's, like that lingering warmth when like somebody holds your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that. And as like you open the door and see Percy, you feel like almost like if your hand was being let go and like just not necessarily like you don't feel a movement of your hand, but it was like just gently directed toward Percy. And that lingering sensation very much felt similar to what you felt nights ago and years ago. This somebody's like, yeah, all right.
I think Percy sees her stop for just a little bit longer in the door than usual, and then just smile and keep moving a little bit.
Do I have something in my beard again?
No, I can't see you from that far.
Did I? Hold.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Weirdo.
Like you're one to talk.
Got me.
Perfect. Lakeisha. You go like home, work, and probably did a visit at the old folks' home where your mom is during that day. You're probably quite tired, I'm assuming. I had a long day.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, I feel like she hesitates to go home. She's normally very comfortable being by herself.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoys Mimi's company, but she's always felt like she carries her own weight, carries her own burdens on her own usually. But today, no. She goes to visit her mother in the old folks' home in town. Not sure if we have a name for that.
We can figure it out.
But when she goes to visit her, her mother is sleeping. I think. Well, here, let me ask this: what time? Since we decided to wait after midnight, and
well, it's
and
like
all
a few
this,
days after.
we...
Like time is like it's like the coming days after that.
I got you.
Yeah, so it's probably
so...
like closing visitation time on whatever day you want it to be.
Yeah, she has not visited her mother in a long while, probably fucking months. So she goes to visit her, and her mother is sleeping, resting. And I think she comes in, doesn't disturb her, but goes around, maybe there's flowers that are by her table that have wilted. She kind of clears those away. She's brought fresh flowers because she knows the nurse's station takes care of her, very well, but she does it herself, fluffs her bedding a little bit and kind of pulls up her blanket around her, and as she stirs a little bit, she kind of whispers, "Mother, I spoke to Dad, and I think he's good. I think he's doing really, really good. And would just spend time with him."
Perfect. I think that night, once you're done with this, spend quality time with your mom, and go over like stories from better years. You go to your own place. Do your nightly routine, things all that, and you are probably about to go to bed, and you walk in front of your front door, and you see something being slid under the door. It's an envelope. About take it.
Yeah, Lakeisha actually would probably go to the door, peek out the window, just to see if she can catch a sight of who that was as they're leaving.
You can quickly see somebody rushing away into a car and driving away. You're not exactly sure who that is. Do you
And
go
I don't
outside?
recognize the car.
You don't recognize the car.
She probably opens the door at least to try and catch a license plate, but if it's too dark
Yeah,
or too not quick enough.
It's pretty dark. But you're able to see probably in the snow and shit.
Uh-oh, did we just lose Jay?
Oh, we are back.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. Holding.
I mean, you two can finish up. That
Yeah.
should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're able to see in the snow. The footprint are not very big. They're probably what would be the average woman-sized feet.
Okay.
You open the envelope.
Yeah, Lakeisha goes back inside, secures the door, and yeah, picks up the envelope, looks inside.
It's personal file. Little dust. It's not complete information, but it is about your father. And when Jay comes back, we're gonna pick up with him.
Yeah, Lakeisha takes her time, pours over this whole thing, and was there any note with it? Was there anything indicating? I mean, could this have been Mimi? Do I think this could have been Mimi?
You don't get it. You don't. It's not any. There's no handwritten note, not to give away the person's identity. But you see, his typewriter. Essentially, it says, "You're not alone in this." So somebody somewhere has your back. You're not sure who.
Right. Well, yeah, Lakeisha takes her time, goes over it, and I think the picture that she has near her humble, small dining table in the kitchen of her father, I think she goes ahead and she takes a shot of whiskey, bourbon, whatever spirit she has, and she kind of silently offers it. And then she's drinking and she's researching through this file.
Jay,
Mhm.
anything in particular that you wish to just quickly attend to in the next few days? Besides, there's a few scenes, would be coming back home and things being a bit weird. I think it'd be fun to pick up at that scene here, just from your perspective and other things around that time.
Sure, I'll corrupt this scene. Bia came in, gave that very charming smile, and left. And Percy's confused about it, but after Bia's gone for a second, he goes quiet and slowly pulls the notebook out from under the pillow that he quickly stuffed when he heard Bia approaching.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna open it up and keep looking at it, kind of like listen, make sure Bia's gone, and then bite down on his thumb for a second, just rub the blood across the page, and start quickly scribbling down notes based off what he sees.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, I cannot hold a straight face as I see Simon just face bombing in the corner.
It's good.
Ah.
You're doing that, and eventually, like, you know, there's Bia and so on, and that scene. Later that night, when the two of you are in bed and enjoying, you know, some nice together time, you find that it's very difficult to fall asleep. Like, you sometimes have a hard time. It's nothing new. But ever more so night. It's like there's an itch you cannot scratch. A little voice in the back of your head. There's a puzzle. There's a fascination. And you've been curious and fascinated by many things in your past. There's more than that notebook. Meets the eye. And you know it. And it's like it's calling to you. You know where you put it. I'm not able to see it. But you keep looking that direction. And where you like put on your thumb, you just like rub your finger against it, and you keep looking there. You want more. You want to know more. You need more.
When I am sure that Bia has gone to sleep, I'm gonna slip out of bed and head back down to the lore library in the basement. I'm gonna go to the lockbox where I've been keeping the notebook and open it. And just stare at it for a long moment. And I'm gonna go grab one of the other older books from off the shelf. And I'm gonna grab another and another and another and keep flipping to the back where the pages end. And they're just a few blank pages. And I'll start tearing them out. And I will look at the older notebook and begin to work on finding a way to recreate a duplicate of it with those blank pages so that I can put a replacement notebook in the lockbox so I can keep the real one on myself.
Perfect. And with that is where we will wrap up our season.
Great.
With questions, consequences,
No.
more questions, maybe some help. Who knows? But I guess that's where we're gonna find out next season.
I'm gonna miss you, nerds.
I'm gonna miss you.
Thank you for joining us. And that's where we can start our post-show wrap-up. So, fuckers, how you doing?
Oh boy. It's far less death than I expected, but far more confronting religion.
Well, like that, like confrontation, like add Trish not rolled that well, could have went real fucking south.
Oh boy.
Like for that telekinesis, could have went real fucking south.
Are real lucky,
Oh yeah.
especially because of how low my prior 2 rolls were.
Yeah.
I got like 2 or 3 experience points tonight. We got real lucky on that roll.
Like, could have, like, not gonna lie, there was small chance that one of you will have not made it through the end of the session.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Right. We lived.
So there was quick
We
reaction.
survived.
We lived. Everybody's coming back for season 2.
Oh god, can you imagine what would have happened with Percy if Tiffany would have died? Like, there would have been a rampage the entire next season.
That would have been terrible. Oh,
And vice
God.
versa.
Fucking ground.
Oh,
And vice versa.
Oh
True.
yeah, no. If something happened to Percy, Tiffany goes
Mhm.
full carry and burns the whole fucking town down.
I'm never against a negative character arc, and then eventually handing my character sheet over to the DM and going, "That's yours now."
yeah, I'm gonna make that character a villain now.